First and foremost, we want to give all praise, all honor, and all glory to Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahushai, Ba'Shem, Rakakodash. We'd also like to give double honors to our elders and apostles at Great Millstone that do group well. And we'd like to say peace and salutations to the Lord's elect, the hopeful elect in the 1/3, and Lord's will, these lessons, these camps, these modern day epistles are edifying unto you. And we are the true biblical Hebrew Israelites, so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and those scattered abroad according to the diaspora. And we come out to the highways and byways as we was prophesied and commanded to move through the Holy Spirit. All right, so Tawada, Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahushai, Ba'Shem, Kakodash, found us to come out here. And as the days go closer to the end, the more the Lord is showing that he's dealing with us, you know? Hey, like, we're in the time of Acts. We have one place we're going to go camp, then the winds blew and sent us another way, you know? So we're being moved all through the Spirit. And that's what this world is failing to realize is the same book that you've been holding on to, coveting, reading, putting on your nightstand, we're actually living it. Because this book is our records. Deuteronomy 32, let's start from the top. Moses' song. Oh, you have the precept? Yes. Bring your precept out, brother. You hold that. Because we're singing a song, are we not? We're singing a song. So we're all in the priesthood, okay? And we're the temple now. And in the temple, you had Levites that would sing wonderfully. So now the Lord says, no, I want you to sing this song no matter your tribe. And that's what you're finding out. Who has the Lord's song? Who's singing the song, you know?
This is Jeremiah 51. Start from the top. Jeremiah 51 and 1. Thus said the Lord, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, behold, I will raise up against Babylon and against them that dwell in the midst of them that rise up against me a destroying wind.
Right, so the Lord is saying he's going to rise up against Babylon a destroying wind. Now, one could say that this is talking about ancient Babylon, but ancient Babylon wasn't overtaken by a destroying wind. So now we're starting to see the prophecy play out. And who's Babylon? Who's Babylon, brothers? America. America is Babylon. And now you have countries that are coming together against Babylon in what? Dominance of the dollar. So y'all see what's going on in Africa, right? With Niger. France is over there. Guess who said that they want to be invited to the BRICS, with the BRICS? It's a rumor. Matthew 24 says rumors, but guess who wants to be invited and join the BRICS as a rumor? Germany and France. That's what the rumor's saying. Y'all brothers seen that? The video? Yeah, it's on TikTok. Time's ticking. So now you have Edomite nations that are not willing to side with the hegemony of Esau, which is America. All right, real quick, Malak, can you look up the definition of hegemony? So we're living in the days of Babylon's dominance decreasing.
That's right.
The days of Babylon's dominance is decreasing, just like the prices are going up. Food has increased over 23% from 2008 till now. Woo, so what used to cost $130 is now costing about $200, $215. So this place, and guess what? You didn't get a raise in your pay, right? You got hegemony.
Okay. It says the definition for hegemony is leadership or dominance.
Leadership or dominance.
Especially by one country or social group over others.
Woo!
It says Germany was united under Persian hegemony after 1871.
Wow.
Fun fact.
Wow, look at that. So now, and it should say America. I looked it up and it said that the U.S. Look up America hegemony.
That's going into the Bisha Hitler order.
You got it?
12,
17. Get it. Revelation 17, and that's going into America, right? The great whore. But then the latter end of America, prophesied Rev 17, is a destruction. So start about 15. But let's get Malak's factor quick. Did you?
Yeah, it says something about U.S. hegemony and its perils.
Anything?
February 20th, 2023, the hegemony of U.S. dollar is the main source of instability and uncertainty in the world economic economy during the COVID-19 pandemic.
Oh, we won't say that. That's all good. No, you're good, brother. No, I was looking it up. It's a simple Google though. If you look up like is America hegemony or the hegemony of America, it will state that America pushed dominance on other countries through its hegemony, which proves it's what? Babylon.
Right.
Right? So
I was going to say that golden cup.
exactly. So you got Rev 17?
Yes. The book of Revelation, chapter 17, verse 15.
Yep.
And he saith unto me, the waters which thou sawest, where the whore sitteth on people,
Yep.
and a multitude of nations and
Yep.
tongues.
Melting pot. Isn't America and Babylon a melting pot?
Come.
This apartment building right here has all different types of races living in it. Why? Because Babylon has gained its popularity with the rest of the world by accepting all mankind. And with accepting all mankind, it opened up a trick door where it said, you Asian, you Pacific Indian, Islander, but then now, hey, you Baphomet, come in too. Because with you accepting all, now you have to accept all with religion, which Satanism is a religion. So now with them accepting these minorital continents, so-called, now you have to accept also the left hand acceptance too. Like there was a time at a town meeting where they were getting ready to lead the council in prayer, and a Satanist stood up and said, well, if he gets to lead prayer in Jesus, I should be a prayer through Satan. And they all whispered, they said, he's right. So they led prayer through Satan. So see how with their doctrine of come one, come all, you think that means, oh, you black man, oh, you independent mother. No, that means you demons too. So he allows all because now you can't come against when he brings his all in. And we're seeing his all. His all is the left-hand side. Babylon is the most satanic place you could be on earth, you know?
That's why there's going to be pandemonium. Which means all
University of Toronto.
Okay, yeah.
We're going heavy into
Okay. All right. You got an article, and then you got Rev 17. Now, let's read the article, then finish yours, because that's going into hegemony. Because all the seas, a nation, economy, money. Read that shit. Chinese food alone is a damn near billion-dollar industry. You come on. Right, Jake? Read that, brother. Call it out and read it.
This is from the Political Science Department of the University of Toronto.
And if it says anything, just use code.
And it goes into saying America's global advantage, U.S. hegemony, and international cooperation. It's by Carla Norloff from Cambridge University, 2010.
One of the books we hold is from Cambridge, the Apocrypha. So this means it's official. Keep going.
It says for over 60 years, the United States has been the largest economy and most powerful country in the world.
Look, yep, your Bible's from Cambridge, right? Now, Ira, read that precept you just read again.
The book of Revelation, chapter 17, verse 15.
Most powerful economy. That ain't because Esau's sitting there flipping burgers.
Right.
That's because he's brought people in. So with bringing people in brings commerce. I don't want just burger and fries no more. Watch, read that precept again.
Verse 15. And he saith unto me, the waters which thou sawest, where the whore sitteth, are people.
People, keep going.
And a multitude of nations and tongues.
And these people and these nations and tongues are going to come with what? Their culture. And then Esau has set up establishments that he regulates your culture to now it's acceptable through OSHA, FDA, all these things. And now you get money and now he gains money. Because the state gets money from bringing people in. Like, look at Rochester. If you want to bring the economy up, you got to bring businesses in. And then, tourism. So then Moab says, well, I'm going to start a new Chinese egg roll spot. And then now he buys this building. And now traffic flows in. Then they set up bars. Now that brings in alcohol. See how it all cultivates into one big ball for Esau. Keep going.
And it says, however, there is growing speculation that this era of hegemony is under threat as it faces huge trade deficits. A weaker...
Hey, trade deficit, i.e. debt. In debt we trust.
Thick clay.
Thank you.
Thick play.
I gotta check this out, brothers. Let me show you something. I was watching earlier today, and I took a screenshot. The Spirit been on me taking screenshots again. Now check this out. Y'all like this one? So you know how on the dollar bill it says, "In God we trust." Look, in debt we trust. See? You see that? That's what Esau's in. And guess who's buying debt? Guess who's buying Babylon's debt? Moab. Moab's buying it all up. All right, you got a precept?
Yep, in the article.
Okay, so let's finish his to make our point about Germany, the rumor of Germany and France.
And he saith unto me, the waters which thou sawest, where the whore sitteth, are people,
Yup.
and a multitude of nations,
Keep going.
and the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast.
What's the 10 horns?
That's the United Nations, NATO.
NATO, European Union.
Union.
Yep. Where ancient Rome used to be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's where ancient Rome used to be. Keep going.
Thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore.
They shall. So we're seeing nations are getting angry with Babylon because of its dealings. So they're like, oh, another thing, they said with the BRICS now forming their own currency, it'll take 55 Babylonian dollars to equal one China dollar. So them Jordans, them Jordans that the sweatshop in Moab makes, where niggas like running around posing on Instagram, it's gonna go from $200 to $2,500. Hyper inflation is coming because the world is revolving outside of Babylon. See? So now with their dominance, that's why they're gonna raise up against her. Because now we don't need you. We're strong, if not stronger. Hence why this third world will have to go nuclear.
Which proves that he has a short time.
Exactly.
You know?
So his dollar wasn't what his dollar started in the 1900s. So it's just over 100 years old. Because I believe the dollar started in 1913, the Federal Reserve Act. 2013 made it 100 years old. Now it's only 100 and what? 23, 110 years old. 110 years old is the dollar, and it's already evolved now to digital, and they're going digital. Little more on that.
All right, it's short.
Okay.
I'll just finish it. But a weaker currency and stretched military resources.
That's how Rome fell.
Yep.
Weak currency and stretched out military.
Yeah.
So we're witnessing Rome fall all over again. See what happens when you use the same playbook?
Yep.
Don't we always talk about Esau using the same playbook? But now look at he thinks the I formation is gonna win the bowl.
Right.
It ain't gonna make it no more. You know, Water Boy, remember?
Flea flicker.
Yeah, the flea flicker, the annexation of Puerto Rico. Keep going.
Right. And it says America's global advantage argues that despite these difficulties, the U.S. will remain its privileged position. That's pride.
Pride, exactly.
And this original and important contribution to a central subject in international relations, Carla Norloff, the author of this article,
Blah, blah, right.
challenges the prevailing wisdom that other states benefit more from U.S. hegemony than the United States itself.
Wow,
You know?
that's because of outsourcing. So people are benefiting more because of Babylon's outsourcing than its own Babylonians.
Yeah.
That's why when Trump was in office, he was saying, make America great again. Meaning when Ford give its business to Mexico?
They outsourced all their jobs.
They outsourced all their jobs.
now
Took
the,
our jobs.
I'm sorry.
For real.
And now the other countries aren't fucking with you anymore.
Yep.
So they're gonna send those dollars back.
Yep.
This is gonna do what? Hyperinflation.
Yep.
That dollar ain't gonna be worth shit.
Yep. Because you got something that's more dominant than the dollar.
And those BRICS dollars are backed by rare precious metals,
Yep.
other rare commodities, and gold.
Yep.
You know?
And what was it about last year? If you want to look that up, Malak, last year, China withheld precious metals from the U.S.
Yeah.
Just put China withheld precious metals and just show me what comes up. Now let's finish Rev 17. Started from 16 again, about 18. Yep, yep.
And the 10 horns which which thou sawest upon the beast.
Yep.
These shall hate the horse.
So these Edomite nations, France, Germany, West Germany, might I add, because East Germany's under Russia's authority. So West Germany, France, Belgium, Luxembourg, all these different small Edomite occupants, they're starting to look at the bigger picture.
Sure.
They're looking at the end game because Europe is literally connected to Russia.
Yeah.
So America's way over here, way in the water. They way over here. So if they're being pushed back, if they're becoming non-dominant, they're looking like we're surrounded. We need to link in with the right ally at this time, because they don't want to be found wanted with Babylon when the deal goes down. Keep going.
Thou sawest upon the beast.
Yep.
These shall hate the horse.
Yep. Economics, political. They're not hating it because they don't like their potato salad. They're hating it for economic reasons. They're hating it because of a business level. See, when you run a country, there's an aspect to it of business. That's why Trump, Nero, right? We believe through faith.
Yeah.
Nero ran Babylon in a great way because he ran it like the business that it is. This is a business.
It's a corporation.
It's a corporation. So you have to run this corporation correctly. If not, it will drive itself into the ground.
Americans are traded for stock.
Yep.
That's why you have the birth certificate, the social security number.
Yep.
So I believe that started in 1934.
Yep. Before, I think it was even earlier.
Right.
No, you're right. It was. I think it was before the Second War, because they mentioned that. They mentioned it. They said before war we didn't have a social number. So you had people that were older than us that had to get one in the middle of their life. So imagine you right now, and they're telling every one of you got to get a social security number. That's like the mark.
Exactly.
That's like the mark. All out of nowhere, we all got to get a number. Now he said, now you got to get it in you. Before he gave you this thin ass piece of paper, and you can't laminate it. Y'all know that you can't laminate, but you need this shit for everything.
Yeah.
But that one, like y'all age, out of nowhere, he said, now you got to get what? How many numbers is a social? It's like 16.
It's like
Huh? Nine numbers. You had to get 9 numbers now issued to you forcefully. There was a time in Babylon where they forcefully took your gold.
yeah. And now they're saying now you got to get a universal ID.
Well, through the orb. Yeah, see that? There's that world. What is world coin?
Coin, yeah.
So they're getting everybody locked in, linked in. Everyone's getting put in the system. So meaning what? You can't be off the grid. And if you're off the grid, it's going to be speculated that you're a threat. See, things are locking down while we're locking in. Finish Rev 17.
Thou sawest upon the beast. These shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh, and burn her with fire.
Read it again. Your brothers could break it down. Oh. It said burn her with fire?
Oh.
7 minutes ago, nuclear threats are increasing.
Oh.
Here's how the U.S. should prepare for a nuclear event. 7 minutes ago.
Yep. Complete.
7 minutes ago.
Dang, that's the spirit. That's the whole point.
Yeah.
Time about
All right. Thou sawest upon the beast. These shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire.
Babylon about to get burnt the hell up, man. You know, it says that Malachi says that day shall be burnt up as an oven. Not no regular conventional oven like in these times. Those ancient ovens, you could put a whole body in that shit. You know?
It's like
Shit off.
Exactly.
Vortex.
Yep.
Vortex.
Now I had looked this up real quick. It says China's rare earth dominance in focus after its limited germanium and gallium exports. China said on Monday it will impose export restrictions. So China is restricting the rest of the world, i.e. Babylon, from certain precious minerals that Babylon don't have. So people are locking in, man.
Yeah, man.
While you're focused on your biggie bag, your 5 for 5, other countries is gathering weapons, man. They're getting ready. They're beating their plowshares.
Get that for you quick.
And another thing, Jake that made the damn chair idol. You know, the whole
Yeah,
river
right.
wall shit.
He's bowing to it.
You know?
Y'all know what Montgomery means?
Nah.
It means a mountain, a ruler. So spiritual. In that same area was a port where they sold Jake at. Now, we're waiting on the Lord. We're waiting on the Lord, but it was beautiful to see Jake stop just laying down and getting their ass whipped by Esau. You had even white people rooting for Jake because even Esau knows Esau has been doing too much. You know?
Well, the Lord's going to use our people to do that.
Yeah.
There's going to be more of that.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah, but while we're right here, waiting on our husband,
We're not promoting violence. I didn't say that.
we're
We're
commentating.
just giving you Bible prophecy.
Right. We're commentating. We're commentating. You see how excited commentators get? Look at wrestling. Oh my God!
What's his name?
Jim Ross.
Yeah, Jim Ross.
Yeah.
You seen that uppercut?
Right. So, but I'm gonna say this too for the body. Jake's not ready for Esau to get offensive. So while Jake is holding a chair, drone strike, nigga. Excuse my leg, dude. Direct energy. That was I believe that was a setup because now they're flipping the coin. Because for too long it was like, damn, why is Jake not uprising? Eric Gardner, Daniel Prude, Trayvon Martin, Sandra Bland. When Esau took out a black woman, he thought this has got to be it. They got to rise, and they still didn't. Not NFC crew, that didn't do it. So now they're like, we're gonna have Esau do it. So let's arrest Esau and let Jake go. Now they're gonna get upset. And then the movie, what was it? The Purge. Remember when the Purge,
First Purge.
with Skeletor?
Yeah, first
Remember
Purge.
nobody was doing nothing. They were partying, so Esau had to send out a black crew.
Pretty much spirits created for vengeance.
Remember he sent the Edomites on the motorcycles,
Yes.
the shadow government.
Yes.
He sent out Skeletor, but remember he sent out Edomites on motorcycles to start shooting up
Yeah, they went in that church.
and outed it. They went in the building
Projects.
and excavated it, man. They went and they had blackface masks on. So the movie showing you that Jake, Jeremiah 2:14, is a homeborn slave. So Jake don't possess the ability to, what is that statement? Overcome.
Yeah.
They say we gotta.
shall overcome.
Yeah, we shall. They don't got the spirit to overcome. They don't got it.
You know, that movie was very spiritual, man. I believe they offered you a certain amount of money to take the device to
Yep.
your eye.
Yeah, like
Yep.
That's what they
2,000.
gonna do.
2,000.
And then the Jake name was Isaiah. He hid in the closet until the indignation overpassed.
Yep.
You know?
Yep. In the room, which is a chamber.
The quick one, Joel 3.
Yeah.
Can I say this real quick?
Yeah.
That's that I was pondering on this yesterday. That's the spirit, because everybody say that this is a movie, this is a Lord movie, and how it's crazy how when you watch these movies and everything is mimicked off the Bible.
Yep.
The Lord
Yeah.
put the spirit on Esau to make these movies,
Yep.
to show prophesying
Yep.
what's to come.
So that
Yeah.
proves that the Bible is an inspirational book.
Yeah.
Because remember we used to go in it years ago? We have found out through the Holy Spirit that Esau gets inspiration from the Bible to create characters.
Okay.
You know, a Superman, Moses,
Yep.
Aquaman,
Jonah.
Jonah. You know,
Nightcrawler,
Yahweh Shai.
Yep.
So they actually, they'll even go as far as saying, you have a good guy turn or a bad guy turn good, Paul.
Yep.
You know, denying something, Peter.
Yep.
So they took this book, they took our book, it's scrapulated, like they took it and they sliced it up in so many ways so they could make movies.
So you saying Paul was the original anti-hero?
Yeah,
Yeah,
right,
okay, yeah.
right. Which shows you that when it comes to repentance in the Lord, when it comes to Jake, there is no length. There is no length. You know, you have, hey brother, you came from a law-abiding camp
Yeah.
where it was just law, right? Law. And then the Spirit moved you where you wanted more than the law. You wanted Yahweh Shai. Then you came down here. And then in the Spirit, you're like, I'm feeling this. This is truth.
It is.
That's what happened to Paul.
Yeah.
The light hit him.
Yeah.
So he like, that's why he would be like, sirs, I'm a Pharisee, the Pharisee.
Yeah.
I know the law, but I'm telling you this man raised from the dead.
Yeah.
And then the Sadducees, blasphemy.
Yeah.
Because the Sadducees don't believe in resurrection.
Yep.
Sakari, they don't believe in it. You know?
HBK too. They don't
Right.
believe, they don't believe in that.
See? That's carnal.
You know what too, bro? You said the law, right? Because you came from that.
Yep.
But Paul said what? The law of faith. And
Yep.
You say he wanted more. So you say I need more of the law.
Yep.
Now you got to come into the law of faith now.
Yep.
I believe that's in the book of Romans.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
Law of faith, man.
Abraham.
Yep.
Mhm.
Perfect. And guess what? Abraham started off as a Gentile.
Yeah.
The Lord didn't deal with Abraham until he was 99.
Then he got called. Then he got sent away
Yep.
to the land of Canaan.
Yep.
And then got changed from Abram to Abraham.
Yep. Read this.
This is Joel 3
You got Jeremiah
and
still?
verse
Good.
Joel 3, I'll start verse 9 and verse 10.
Yeah.
Joel 3 and 9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles.
And see right here, what Gentiles? The heathen. Because in Isaiah 60, in the 3rd verse, it says, the Gentiles shall come to thy light, thy sons and daughters shall come from afar. Then the very next verse it says, then the Gentiles shall give the forces of the Gentiles. So what does that mean if the Gentiles are just heathen nations? So in one instant, they're going to come up to get the law, and then the next instant, we're going to rob them?
Right.
You know, like, come here, nigga, let me talk about Jesus. Give me everything.
Right.
No. And in that instant, the Gentiles is talking about are the Israelites.
Right.
And then in the other instant, the heathens.
Right.
Where Jake was in the midst.
As Gentiles.
Right.
You see?
Like us.
Exactly.
You were born, you called yourself, application, black, African American. You know? You sitting there like Lope Dog from Don't Drink Juice in the Hood. Sex? Yes, please. Remember? We ain't know nothing. Right? We ain't know shit.
Yeah.
We were the Gentiles, man.
And it says,
those are the stumbling blocks that the Lord put in the Bible.
That's
to
right.
Make it a mystery.
Yep,
That's right.
So,
That's
yeah,
right.
exactly. So everybody's not going to get the full understanding or the breakdown of what a Gentile really is.
So guess what? We're protected by stumbling blocks. We're protected by the stumbling blocks that are tripping people up to get to us. So they're tripping, trying to get over here. So that's protecting us.
and it goes on to say, wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near.
Right. So this is why France is in Africa right now. You know. Here, let's switch now. The sun. It looks like it changed for us. The Wadi Abashmal shot. No, we're good right here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're good right here, you brothers. Just so we ain't gotta be all cramped up. You know. Read that from the top again.
Yep.
We just
Joel-
had weather, so we just, you know.
Joel 3 and verse 9, proclaim this among the Gentiles.
Yeah, you break it down, bro.
It says, prepare war, wake up the mighty men. And that's what we're doing. Well, ultimately it's through the angels, but we're speaking into existence because the prophecy, and the prophecy, you know, where prophesying means what? To say before it happens.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
And it says, my bad, page on turn.
We can spread out a little. We got one.
And it says, let all the men of war draw near.
Right.
Let them come up because for so long Esau has been, the hammer of the earth. But it says Hummer. But
No,
it's
that
hammer
was the
of the
spirit,
earth.
yeah.
You know, I thought I said
Yep,
hammer.
yep.
You know, so it's like now these nations are like the BRICS nations. Now they're saying, now F that, we're going to go, it's time to go with Brazil, you know, India, Syria, you know.
Well, it's spiritual that they're referred to as a brick, because a brick can break something, but not a brick like concrete.
Yeah.
But what if a brick of iron could break a brick of aluminum? You know what I mean? Like some other metals are softer.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, yep.
So like aluminum's easy to handle better than steel.
Yep.
So the hammer of the earth is broken asunder. The hammer of the earth was built by weak metals, and now it's being broken asunder. It don't have longevity. It's rust. How long? You know. Keep going.
And it says, let them come up, beat your plowshares into swords.
Right. So now we're witnessing a change. Like, hey, Amazon's outsourcing. How far is it gonna go when other nations want to stop dealing with you? Because they can only be dealing with the dollar so long till they have enough to where they're like, we don't even need to deal with Babylon no more.
Yeah. Right.
We actually don't even need to deal with you.
Well, they're going to cut out the middleman, and that's what they're doing.
Yep.
And it says,
And all Babylon's doing is distracting you more and more and more. I seen Elon Musk versus Zucker. I'm like, what the fuck? Who cares? Y'all see that?
Yeah, I
This
seen that.
fight?
the deep fakes.
No. They're so-called scheduling a fight
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
between
UFC.
Elon Musk
Yeah.
and Mark Zuckerberg.
Dana White. Yeah.
You know,
Oh, shit.
why?
Wow.
Because the bread and circus. Logan Paul. What?
He beat Nate Diaz.
What?
And shit. What the fuck?
See? Because they don't got nothing else.
Right. Damn, man.
I think Logan Paul fights be all set up anyway.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Nate Robinson dunked on Yao Ming. And some silly willy ass white boy. You know, I mean, whether they're Jakes or not, that's beside the game. He ain't a trained fighter.
Right.
He ain't a trained athlete. And he knocked out Nate Robinson. He knocked out Nate Diaz. Nate Diaz damn near beat Leon Edwards, who's the reigning champ right now.
He's a world-renowned.
Fuck outta here.
He's a world-renowned
Jiu-jitsu artist.
Yeah.
Fuck out. And if you can't see that, you're drunk as hell.
It's the reason why these athletes get millions, man, because they're being paid to distract people.
Yep.
Exactly.
That's all it is.
Yep.
I'm not saying we don't watch it, we watch it. But we, through the spirit, and that, man, we already know what's going to happen, you know?
And
Wrestling.
that's one thing too. That's the same thing that ancient Rome did. They would distract the people.
Yep.
Okay, with bread and circus because they didn't want them, to wake up.
Revolt.
Exactly.
That's why it got real heavy during the C19 when they were allowing NBA players to alter their jersey, say her name. And remember the one Jake, he walked out of the interview, he was like, I think right now it's best that I be with my people.
Stephen A. Smith.
Yeah. Was it him?
Yeah, it was him. He walked out.
Oh, read word?
Yeah. Back when it happened. Back in Joel 3, verse 10, beat your plowshares and the swords, and your pruning hooks and the spears. Let the weak say, I am strong.
And they're saying that now. North Korea has been talking shit since as far as I can remember now.
Yeah.
I believe they just sent a threat to Babylon, right?
Yeah.
Well, you just had Russia and China in Alaska. Y'all seen that? And then the U.S. claimed that it guided them back into international waters. What's gonna come a time where they like, we not leaving. Remember it said they shall surround her? Let's go back in Jeremiah.
Yep.
Remember it said it's gonna, I don't know if it's 50, but remember it says surround her?
Yep. I think it is.
And I noticed
51.
too, like in New York right now, they got that 50th annual hip hop birthday going on.
They do?
And I know they got like a lot of the old school rappers, and coming out now, doing all this for some weeks. With it's been back to back, back to back. I know my family's been going to it. You know what I'm saying? So I noticed that they doing that now because I think that's a sign that this is the last.
Yes. Oh yeah. It said such and such last tour.
Yep.
Yeah, I did see that where all these people, these famous Golden Cup artists, are now going on their last tour now. I actually seen a compilation like Pink Floyd's last tour.
Damn.
Like, why are you proclaiming a last tour? There's something happening.
It's the last hoorah.
Yep.
Before they, that dark winter.
Well, everyone on TikTok is complaining about how they can't live life right now. Rent is extremely hard. They said, how are we even living right now? They said, we need to strike, stop paying rent, and actually, circumvent the globe. Like, let's actually go some places. And they said, it's over. The government said aliens exist. And ain't nobody doing shit.
Right, niggas still smoking weed, breakdancing and shit.
Still Ubering,
Right.
door dashing. You like, yo, bro, yo, man, they said aliens. Let me get a number 3 and with some fries. You right?
Well, do you know down there, and I believe, where is Peru? They're saying that villagers are being attacked by aliens.
7-foot beams.
Yeah.
When they made a movie about that. So what's Esau doing? What's he doing? He's using these smaller tribe countries, if you will, and he's acting things out. That could easily be a super soldier.
Right.
That could be a prototype. Then they have a game called Prototype.
Yeah.
And now the Aussies in Australia said they know how to link AI to human brain cells.
In the movie Monsters of Men, which is about machines, that's a creature, the scripture speaks about newly created creatures. They dropped that shit right in a small, remote village. It's hot as hell out there.
Yep.
Where we at, Jeremiah?
Yeah, I'll get right to the point. This is Jeremiah chapter 50 and verse 9. Jeremiah 50 and 9.
This is all prophecy.
Real.
Prophecy, prophecy, prophecy. You had a woman at Whole Foods damn near died of excitement because she bought her groceries with the palm of her hand. And anybody been to Whole Foods yet? You seen that? Where you can pay with palm payments? It's a new thing.
Always I can go there and see they got it there. Real.
I haven't seen it done, but I've been.
I'm gonna hold an interview.
For lo, I will raise and cause to come up against Babylon.
And this is how you know these people are in a gross darkness, because we're talking about relative issues, things that are going on in right now, but we're the only ones speaking about it. That's how you know they're drunk.
Because all of these people are just in a bubble.
Yep.
The
Matrix.
The matrix, the white race, the circle of American life.
The hamster
Just
wheel.
go on to work and enjoy your weekend.
Yep.
Pretty soon you won't be able to enjoy nothing.
Yep. Good. And that's prophecy.
I had a Jake at my job. I was just telling them shit was going on in my life. And I told him about this devil that ran out the house because we drove down the street. And, you know, we've been out there a few times prospecting, you know, a piece of land out there. But this devil ran out there with a blue Thin Lives Matter flag. So what the Jake's rebuttal was, well, you know, I don't try to, you know what I mean, think about that stuff too much, man. I just, you know, what can we do about it? You know? But I'm like, there's nothing wrong with knowing what's going on around you, bro, because other than that, you're living under a rock.
Right.
You know, but Jake couldn't, he's in gross darkness. Oh, well.
It's good to be informed of relative news.
Yeah.
Because that's prophecy. It's reality.
Jake suffers from cognitive dissonance.
Yeah.
Yep.
They got this, you know, it ain't affecting me here. Why I should care what goes on over there.
Exactly.
Yep. Like that. You know what started with that? With the Moes.
Yes.
Remember back, Jake would have like, and let me say this too. There's more issues that are going on than racial problems.
Yeah.
Like there's things that are going on in society that other people will get mad at Jake when he tries to isolate his needed empathy.
Yep.
Like there's things going on now, like white people is being treated like niggas too. That white privilege is like, it's real thin now. Like you gotta be really elite to be white privileged. Shit, the Montgomery thing showed you that. You know, they're showing you that Esau ain't escaping untouchable either, man. So when you just come out and talk about your slavery, but you ain't talking about the tainted water, the defiled bread, the food, the infrastructure, the economy, it's like, bro, I don't want to hear that shit. Okay? Because me living, if you say, oh, we got these small apartments because we're black, well, my neighbor's white. And his shit the same size as mine. He's struggling too. So we're past racism. Racism's here, but there's more shit going on with this country that need to be addressed than the N-word, nigga. Keep going. See, look, that's freedom. You can't say that's freedom. What's up, bro? Enjoying your freedom. It's good to see that, black man. See? A man's free. He's walking down, got his music, got his own clothes, his own money, a blunt in his mouth. You can't talk about racism, right?
You heard Lil Wayne? I don't know no. I remember he's like, I don't know no white man.
You brothers know what I mean, though.
Yeah, I get
You
it.
know what I
Yeah,
mean. Because we really see this shit.
But that goes back to Isaiah, you know, their eyes have been shut, you know.
Yeah.
Back in Jeremiah 50:9, for lo, I will raise and cause to come up against Babylon an assembly of great nations.
An assembly of great nations. So now we have to look through and say, who are great nations? Well, Russia's on top of the list. China's on the top of the list.
That's the big bro right there, Russia.
They're on the top of the list. Iran, top of the list. That's why now they're calling Israel's known as what? The least of the flock. You the least, baby. You're a nuisance, but you one of the smallest countries out here rocking. And it's spiritual that these nations got all these big lands when that little country, that our land, look how much we defeated. You see, so he put himself in a trick bag getting our land. That's a little piece of land you got.
Oh, shit.
You know what I mean? Like, but the Lord showed his power. This little piece of land took all this over.
Right.
You know?
He trapped himself.
Yep. He's trapped now because it's like he idolized this basketball player, so he wanted his shoes. You know, he wanted the ball, the jersey, and now you trapped yourself in this clothing that it ain't the clothing that did it. See, he's an idol worshiper. You know, that's why we need this land. We need these things for spiritual reasons.
Like, just like that 50 Cent song. What's that? Pop something. Damn, homie. Back in high school.
He was a man. They're not the man no more.
Yep.
Yep, Wankster. Yep.
Wankster.
Yep.
You no longer invited the cool table.
No. And you can see it though, like we can see Esau's tactics now.
Yeah.
Like I was watching a video the other day. It was Vocab was interviewing a FOI member. It's an NOI member, and it was against IUIC. And I said to myself, I said, why is this white man interviewing this so-called black man about issues with another black man?
Yep.
Why is this white? And I was like, these niggas are lost. You can't see what the fuck he's doing. You can't see that this man is that's discord. Now, they may be wrong, they may be off. Islam, you may be wrong, you may be off, but those are still Israelites. So why is an Edomite standing up and refereeing these two problems? You fucking demon.
You're a hypocrite.
Yeah. sowing discord. He's imagining mischief. The Lord about to get these guys, man. The Lord about to get Esau.
Well, he gets off of Jake's
Quarrels.
shooting against one of the Bloods and the Crips.
Yep.
They love that shit.
Yep.
Debo fight.
Yep. Yep.
He's the Adam 22 in your Vlad TV
Yep.
of you know.
Exactly. Which I believe Adam is Amalek too.
He is Amalek.
He's an industry
He is.
plant,
Yeah.
just like Vlad.
Yeah.
You know, Amalek. I speak as a man. Amalek is the best to replicate niggas.
Yeah.
Out of all the Edomites, they're the best ones that replicate Jake.
Yep.
Because what are the Amaleks in the music industry?
Yep.
Jim Iovine.
Yeah, Jimmy Iovine.
That's what Chirac, right?
Chief Keef.
Chief
Yeah,
Keef.
yeah.
There's a picture of Chief Keef, them throwing up the sixes, he's throwing up the Cornorto.
Yeah.
He look like a light-skinned nigga right in there. That's why he meshes so well with him.
He was twin brother.
Right.
He's an alchemist, the beat maker. He can make good beats like Jake do. You know what I'm saying? He's 1948.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Oh,
wow.
Wow.
See? Let's keep going.
Back in Jeremiah 50:9, it says, "For lo, I will raise and cause to come up against Babylon an assembly of great nations
World War III.
from the north country."
Doesn't Jake we know. The North country, what's north? Russia, right? When you look on the map, if you were to take the map, right, that's Russia. When you take the map, but if you rounded it, see what I'm saying? If we rounded it and you look, because why does Russia always come to Alaska? Because Alaska is east of Russia. And then a little past Alaska is what? Babylon.
That proves the earth is round.
Exactly. Keep going. We'll read that again, the north.
It says, "For lo, I will raise and cause to come up against Babylon an assembly of great nations from the north country."
So right here is that so Raven moment. You go to Ezekiel 38. And then now you're seeing this great nation rise up. And you start seeing them band together like a movie. You got to picture it. And then you start seeing Putin shaking hands with Africa. And then he's over here with China. And they're just all standing up. And then now you're starting to see America look smaller and smaller.
They doing this in the
Yeah.
city flag.
They like this.
Yeah.
And they're smiling. You know? That's happening right now.
Movie trailer shows the key points.
And that's my point. And then you still got Jake crying about racism. And you got countries like, nigga, we changing dollars over here. You're small-minded.
"And they shall set themselves in array against her, from thence shall she be taken."
Wow. So what? It's going to be taken, invaded. Babylon's going to be invaded. This place is going to get hit with a day that they've never experienced or that they thought for. And that's one thing, like lately when I drive through Esau Village, I call it Whoville. Because that's really what, it's like Whoville. And then when they see me, they're like, who is this nigga? Like, you know what I mean? Like, what are you doing out here?
Yep.
But I'm the one fixing your fucking roofs and your electrical problems. Your dilapidated fucking siding on your house.
Delivering your packages.
Right.
You know,
But they want to know why you here, what they know they here. Why he here?
small ass lips.
Fucking stolen land. That's been on my spirit lately too. You want stolen land with this thought process. You know, you steal a car and you get a better security system for it, but you stole it. But you don't want somebody to steal it from you. See, keep going.
"From thence shall she be taken.
Yep.
Their arrow shall be as a mighty expert man."
What are the arrows? Right. What do they call a missile? What do they call a missile that they can't find? A broken arrow. The movie with John Travolta and Christian Slater. That whole movie was about John Travolta being a U.S. Navy official that wasn't getting paid correctly. He found out he'd make more money from the left-hand side, so he ended up getting one of the nukes taken to get more money from his own country. And now that's a whistleblower going rogue. Don't they got whistleblowers talking about aliens?
Oh yeah.
ATL aliens?
AT-aliens.
AT-aliens? Right? Keep going.
"None shall return in vain."
And you know what the problem is? See, Esau wants life to be what he has been given. So now with us, with prophecy, they don't like that because it's not their normal. It's not their normal no more. So now this is an issue. They said times are changing, but times are changing because of prophecy. Times are changing for us because of prophecy, and the rest of the world don't like it because they live off something called individualism. Individualism is a problem. See? Because now it creates what? Selfishness, covetousness. You don't care about what the rest of the world is going through long as your world is still perfect. But your world is crashing down because of the world around you. That's the problem. Babylonians are going to be more upset because they have an issue that the world is changing.
But that's how people are. You know, they'll speed around you in your car because their car may be newer or faster, but then you have to stop at the same red light. Where are you going? You're stuck in the same fucking trap.
Exactly.
Me and the bro, we did a walk before camp, a walking talk, and we walked a mile. So we're walking the track, and we talking about the scriptures. And as we're walking, there was an Edomite running, a girl working out, and we're walking, and the Edomite, he goes, just to run in front of me when there's 7 other lanes. You ever been on a track? Yeah. There's 7 other lanes. But I'm telling you, if I would have just sneezed, if I would have just coughed, we would have collided. But that's Esau for you. He wants everyone to revolve around his. But now the Lord is doing what? He's having the world, his world's getting revolved around the earth.
Exactly.
The earth is now looking at him like we're changing.
Like, you need to move.
You need to move out the way.
They rude. They never say excuse me.
Right.
Bump into you and shit.
Yep.
Then they act like they don't know how to walk.
Yep.
They be walking, they damn near bump into you.
Yep.
It's that old saying, go, they in a rush to get nowhere.
We're at the same red light. You like, do you at the red light?
He won't look at you.
He ain't looking. Or they'll pull up a little more. They always pull up a little more.
He can cut you off.
Yeah. The world's changing. We not in that base lifestyle no more. That base lifestyle, McDonald's, Burger King, White Santa, that's not it no more for us. We're on earth that we created. Newsflash, the black man created earth? No. But for them, their belief's still a theory. But ours is just a lie. You got something?
We have hardcore proof.
Yeah, let's read
I got one for you.
Okay.
You got a precept?
No, read it, bro.
This is Jeremiah 50 and verse 22.
Keep the precepts going.
Jeremiah 50 and 22. A sound of battle is in the land.
Read it again.
A sound of battle is in the land.
One more time.
A sound of battle is in the land.
A sound of battle. This is why we have to go and watch other news outlets to find out. Babylon ain't talking about what's going on in Africa right now.
Nope. How they being my bad, brother.
No, you gotta go.
How they being ran up out of there.
Yep.
And killed the board.
Yep.
Yes.
That pretty much means they are doing it.
Yep.
Speaking of code.
Yep. Exactly.
And speaking of, right now in Babylon, like they're heavy in Alphabet community, right? We had these 2, Alphabet people out there in Russia, and they jumped his ass.
Good.
They attacked his ass.
Well, Putin signed an anti.
Yeah, yep.
He signed an anti-ABC bill. Stop destroying the children. That's what the president here is doing. Your president is mutilating these babies. And if you were to just be a carnal man, he's mutilating the next generation.
Yes.
So what is the next 20-year-old's gonna look like? The next 18-year-old's gonna look like? You got young sons. What kind of, if this world were to continue, what kind of world would he grow up in?
No flesh shall be saved.
They're connected to an IV vaping.
Oh,
you know what I
goodness.
mean? Like eating millipede burgers. This is your America. Like we're lying. Keep going.
And it says, and of great destruction.
Yep.
How is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken?
How's the hammer? Who's the hammer? The hammer is the hegemony.
Yep.
Who's the hegemony? Babylon. This is why you feel comfortable here with world problems crashing in front of you. But it feels like we're okay here. Hence why you're called virgin daughter Babylon. Because the ancient Babylon got took. The Persians took her ass. Right? Had her in a yokel.
Yep.
Right? Didn't the ancient Babylon get taken?
Yep.
Bel and the dragon?
Yep.
Taken. So this Babylon hasn't been taken yet.
Yep. Ain't been touched yet.
It ain't been touched yet. So with not being touched, now that's made you vulnerable. Because now you feel like you can go out and look sexy without anyone trying to grab you, touch you, molest you, hold you down against your will. That's what's coming. A gang of powerful nations is coming to take this place, hence like it was once taken before. Woe to you that established this city of bloodshed and iniquity. You've established this utopia, right?
Yep.
This so-called fabricated, commercialized corporate utopia, and now you've taken it with bloodshed and inequity. Fast forward to smiles, life's happy-go-lucky, Easter bunny, smile for the camera, babe, right? That you covered blood up with that, and now it's a surprise that you hear other nations that want to do the same thing because the world wants to advance itself, and America is stopping it.
Exactly.
America is stopping the world from advancement. Look at Dubai. Hey, you think ghetto-ness is a problem here? Send their ass to Dubai. They'll clean them up in a day.
Yep.
Why ain't America cleaning up the ghettos? Why is there a drug epidemic going on? What's going on that America is not handling problems within itself, but then you want to talk about Uganda?
Why can't we get affordable health care?
Why do we have to pay for health care?
Yeah. In certain countries, healthcare is not even a thing.
I was born with astigmatism. Why do I have to save up money to buy glasses? And then if I don't give you enough money, then you give me Coke bottles. You have the technology to make them thin already.
Yeah.
But I gotta pay extra? I gotta pay extra so I don't have big ass glasses. So my check wasn't as much, so I had to get the big
He
glasses.
was born like that. So he got to pay extra money on some shit that he couldn't control.
But you have the technology to fix it. That's wicked.
It goes back to what you said earlier. It's a corporation.
Yep.
Of course, they can make a vehicle that won't break down
Right.
as easily, but it's more money when you can say, hey, well, you got to buy new tires.
Exactly.
Yep.
You got to buy winter tires.
Right.
You got to buy all seasonal tires.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
The black market parts from China
Yep.
is garbage.
Yep.
Yeah, but there's ways to fix it, but it wouldn't make money.
Yeah. Oh, even too, you want to fix your car at home. Now they make cars almost inaccessible to work out at home. You can't barely get to it. You got to buy this specific part.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
what happened to just a wrench? A socket set.
Exactly.
Now it's all different. It's sensors.
Yeah,
It's tyrannical. It's soft tyrannical.
Yeah.
What's going on? How you doing? How you doing? Oh, that's Ephraim and Benjamin.
Yep.
Banyamya. Shalom.
Nah.
Keep going.
Back in Jeremiah 50 and verse 23,
Yeah, you got Ephraim and Benjamin.
it says, how was Babylon?
Judah for a bow. Ephraim is the arrow.
It says, how was Babylon become a desolation among the nations?
So this is the end. This is the end. He saw that this place that we're standing on was desolate. Can't live on it. Can't be inhabited. I don't even know what used to be the capital here, because before you had the capital of Basra. When this place goes, you're not even going to know where DC used to stand.
A lot of confusion.
Exactly, because he made this place lined up with numerical numbers and astrology and symbolism and geometry.
Sonic.
Alizé.
In Massachusetts, there's a place called Satan's Kingdom.
Yep.
Yes.
They
Yep.
told me this ain't hell. Man.
Yep.
It's hell.
Yep.
And then over, what's that? The bird's eye view of DC is the pentagram.
Yep.
You know?
Bohemian and Cali. All types of stuff. And that's just what we know as a general public. You see? Oh, and don't let us get started on the dollar bill that we got to carry. This place is satanic. This place is truly satanic.
Actually, I'm gonna keep going.
Yeah.
Damn, this is a lot of meat in here.
Yeah,
verse,
get it off.
verse 25, and it says, 24. Jeremiah 50 and 24. I have laid a snare for thee, and thou art also taken, O Babylon.
That dollar's a snare. This place has been snared with its greed. He has more than heart could wish. He's snared. And then there's a trick bag with the elites. The elites ain't come to Babylon. The elites are going to be hiding out, not in Babylon. They're going to be far from this place when the deal goes down.
Overseas.
And remember, Esau during the Renaissance period, they fixated themselves off what bird? The phoenix. To what? Rise from the ashes. So Esau, the elites, believe they'll rise from the ashes of the destruction of Babylon. And they're just going to rise out them ashes and get put right in some chains. They're going to come right out the pit that they planned destruction for, like 9/11, and they're going to come out and meet the men of the Lord.
That's right. And that's why Yahweh Shema Shai said, they shall build, but I shall destroy.
Yep.
Throw down.
You know how beautiful it is to allow them to believe that their plan came to pass. So when they rise out and they're like, man, we about to get ours, and then we just standing there. Remember, like the one time we said, let's watch his ass, see what he do. So that's going to be a beautiful time because the elites are going to be the first crops. All the Edomites in our kingdom, every single one of them will come from the stock of the elites.
That's right.
They ain't going to come from some poor little regular Pepsi drinking, you know, needle holding Edomite. They're going to come from the elites with the soft hands, you know, pasty skin.
The higher education.
Yep.
So they're gonna know how to build different infrastructures and stuff. Like they took our people.
Yep.
These were people that knew even the slaves. What was that? 12 years a slave. When they was building that house, he was trying to build it the right way.
Yeah, 12 years a slave.
He was like, what you think? You smarter than the white man?
Yeah. He built that with Brad Pitt, who was a Quaker.
Go back what you were saying about how the elites rule this world, like they oppress the people, like Isaiah 14:6.
Yeah.
They rule it
Yeah.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 14, verse 6. He who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke, he that ruled the nations in
Continual
anger.
stroke. It's a continual stroke. Because that's one thing Esau will make mention too, like, you're free now. Yeah, but we've been given now to the state. So now we're obligated to have a New York State license, a New York State ID, a New York State this, right? Whatever state you're from, you're bound to their laws. So you're not free. Because if we were really free, I would be at my name such and such of the Republic of New York. But but now you under their contracts, now you're a citizen of New York State. See, there's a difference, and Esau knows this. These common people, they don't even know. Because the average American is a slave. Try not to pay your taxes. Try not to drive without a license. Drive without these things, and you'll see how quick that you're a slave too. But because it's been easier access for you to be given the standard of things, you feel free. Well, because you went to school with your school supplies. We had to go out and buy it, work for them. They were given to you. So that's why it don't seem so messed up. Wait till you guys start paying for school lunch. You know? Read that again.
Verse 6. Verse 6. He who smote the people in wrath with a continuous stroke.
Wrath. He didn't smite you because you were a criminal. He smote you with wrath out of cruelty, hate, oppression, authority with oppression. Keep going.
He that ruled the nations in anger,
and
persecuted, and none hindered it.
And none hindered. No one stopped it. Hey, even Ham didn't come over here and get the African Americans, right? None hindered, because ultimately, why? It was prophecy. But now, through that prophecy, judgment's going to befall him times two. See? So Esau can't walk away saying, well, I was just doing the Lord's will. He actually went further, because the Lord's will of prophecy was fulfilled through Esau, but there was Satan powering it too. Satan powered it, the pickling, the cutting, dismembering. That's weird stuff. Even the food. Why poison the food? Why are you poisoning water that we all got to bathe and drink? And then another thing, if you boil the water, it actually makes it more harmful.
Yeah, it does.
It makes it more harmful if you boil it.
It increases the chemicals in that shit.
So now I gotta take cold showers so my pores don't open up, so this defiled water doesn't go into my body that God gave me. See that? See how terrible Babylon is? Hey, Babylon makes us cleave to the Lord more. It don't drive us away. Now it's a broad gate, but the broad gate is terrible. It's nasty. It's tacky. It stinks. It's icky. It makes me feel low. So it makes me cleave to the Lord more where I'm like this. You know what I mean? When I'm walking around. So really, Babylon was the best thing that happened, because what it did was it forced us back to the Lord. Don't it? Don't this place force you to be holy?
This place will make you pray.
Right.
Like, man, I just need to pray.
It makes you fast.
This is fucked up, man. Excuse my French.
Because it's so much at your access that you like, I don't need this right now. I don't need this to look at this woman gyrating right now. I need a fast from this. So we actually are cleaving to the Lord more because of Babylon. You know?
It's too much. It's too much out here, man.
Yep.
Too many, how you say it?
Too many snares.
Hypothetical thoughts.
Right.
You know?
Too many demons.
This is, do you want this?
Yeah.
This is Ezekiel 39 and 14.
Now, we're reading this because we are talking a lot about how they're going to build up. So the scriptures let us know who's going to be rebuilding the kingdom of heaven that will be on earth. Let's find out, because there was a statement Kradazar made earlier that we joke about, but Esau was saying to the migrants, the aliens, they took our jobs. So what we're letting you know is the jobs that were taken from you here, you're going to get that times 2 in our kingdom. So don't worry, there'll be much work for you to do soon enough. Since you complain that we took your jobs, we're going to give you something to do. Right? Oh, what your mom say? What she used to say? I'll give you something to cry about.
Yeah.
Your ass want to cry? I'll give you something to cry about. You hungry? Go to sleep.
If your ass asleep, you won't
Go
be
to sleep. You won't be hungry. All that complaining. Don't we have to do it? You know?
Ezekiel 39 and 14. And they shall sever out men of continual employment.
They, the elect, starting with Yahweh Shai, will sever out continual employment. All right? So how it's going to be broken down is nation. You know, we're going to have this nation doing this. We might mingle other nations together. We're going to have you doing that. And Esau, we got to, what am I going to do? Oh, we got something special for you.
Shit duty.
We got something special for you.
See all them dead bodies y'all created?
Yeah, exactly. No, watch, read it. Watch. Exactly.
Passing through the land to bury with the passengers those that remain upon the face of the earth.
So now all that, since you have not hated blood, blood's going to pursue you after you come back. Now you're going to have to clean up the mess you made. See, that's beautiful. You got to clean up the mess you made. And then the Edomites that are left from the ones that are destroyed here are going to be the first crops.
That's right.
You know? And that's going to be all those ancient Romans, because that's what NATO and EU is. Those are all ancient Caesars, ancient governors, the Felixes, the war generals. Oh, the ones that pierced Yahweh Shai, Fetus, you know, all them. Agrippa, and hey, Bokeh, we're going to show you that Agrippa's supposed to be in chains.
All right.
Oh, I thought Agrippa didn't want to. Then Paul going to be there, like, you know,
We're
his
gonna
wisdom.
get
We're going to get a grip on Agrippa.
Says to cleanse it after the end of 7 months shall they search.
Oh, it said cleanse it because why? Blood defiles the land.
Yeah.
And the only way to cleanse the land is by shedding the blood of him that shed it first. So it's great. It's great. It's a great balance of judgment so that righteous order can be set back on this beautiful earth. Because right now, earth doesn't look so beautiful when you're surrounded by these man-made machines, this creation. You see?
Well, the earth is so big, but we're all packed, you know, like damn sardines on top of it.
Yep. Yep.
You know?
Like if you look at an aerial view of where you live, you'll be like, damn, we really are like just stacked within one another.
It's clogged up.
You know?
Yeah.
I had moved to my latest place and the landlord said, well, I think you'll like this place. It has a backyard. So in my simple ass mind, you know, sometimes you forget, you know, that you got to take it with a grain of thought. I'm like, oh, that's what's up. I get a backyard, ground a little, have a barbecue with the brothers. I get out there, and that shit no bigger than a fucking bathroom. I'm like, this ain't a backyard.
This just the back.
This like the back.
It's the back.
It ain't a backyard, bro.
Then you gotta share with somebody else.
Then you gotta share it, and they got a dog.
They got parked there.
See how he fabricates it. Like y'all remember the movie what the hell is The Super with Joe Pesci? Y'all remember that movie?
Yeah.
So he was a slum landlord, and then the judge ordered him to live in one of the apartments that he wanted to fix up, and she read the title that he was selling it at. He said fifth floor flat, furnished beautifully with an overlook of New York. She said, you're gonna live in that for 120 days. So he gets up there, the flat was furnished with moldy bed, rats, a sink that was filled with sewer water, and you overview, the window that had the overview was just another tall ass apartment building next door. So it was a complete lie. But that's what Esau sells you. He sells you a fantasy, but you're in reality. That's why Taco Bell's being sued. Why are they being sued? Because of false advertisement.
Yeah, yep.
Come get this Chalupa Supreme Mexican pizza. Then you get into this fucking folded ass, you know what I mean? Like plastic tomatoes. Like, what the hell is this?
That proves everything in Babylon is a damn spell.
It's fake.
What's that? Nahum? It's the mother of witchcraft, man.
It's fake. Oh, yeah. Now AI is creating beautiful women that ain't even real. It's fake.
So people are turning to the AI, NPCs
Yeah.
and shit.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
This is weird.
Yep.
This is an article from RussiaBriefing.com. Russia says BRICS developing alternative currency to the USD as combined GDP is higher than G7.
Let me say this too. What would Babylon do without its dollar? What are you gonna do?
True.
What are you gonna do if other countries say we don't accept the dollar no more? You have nowhere to go. You can't go to Mexico, but you tell them not to come here. You tell them not to come here, but now you can't go there. Oh, did y'all hear about that? That Americans were living in Mexico, working still in America,
Yep.
and the Mexicans like, yo, y'all need to leave. And matter of fact, speak Spanish while you're here. See how when people treat Esau like he treated them,
Yep.
it's terrible. It's terrible.
See how it feels?
See how it feels?
Alexander Babakov, the Russian State Duma deputy speaker, has said that Russia, together with fellow BRICS members and other African countries,
Oh, I'm sorry, bro. It said BRICS members. You know how many people are trying to jump on the BRICS bandwagon?
Woo.
Everybody's trying to
Lot.
get with BRICS right now.
Yep.
They're not trying to get with NATO. They want to get with the BRICS. And the BRIC is a strong foundation.
Building.
It's
Mason.
exactly. It's being built on a sure foundation.
a chief cornerstone.
And it's a sure foundation to make them imagine a vain thing. But we need this. We need them to be in this plight right now because this is for all prophecy. So shout out to the BRICS.
It says, and other African countries are discussing the creation of a new global currency that could challenge the US dollar's dominance and become comparable to the euro for non-Western states.
Now that's something that Babylon has done, where it will excommunicate a country for their own personal reasons, but now other countries that are doing that's a problem. Why is it a problem that Ham land is now wanting to separate itself from the Britain regime, the Western, tyrannical power?
They're oppressors.
They're oppressors. That's a problem now. You call them a third world country. Well, they were a third world country because of your wars.
Exactly.
So now they're being built up and Magog's helping them. And now you got an issue with that.
Well,
But-
I'm sorry. It's the extractions of the precious metals
Yep.
that they said France was over there. Like they'll give them, it's like they'll give them little
Yeah.
crumbs and gifts, and they said we're gonna bring democracy. And,
Yeah.
But then all along, they're in there, their military, they're taking the gold,
Yep.
the diamonds
Yep.
out of it, which destabilizes their country,
Yep.
and which makes
Let-
France and their country stronger.
Let's not get on lithium mining.
Yeah.
Because you talk about climate, right? And you need battery operated vehicles. Well, the battery operated vehicles are more harmful for the environment than the gas powered ones. And then you murdered men that created vehicles that run on water. So what do you want the people to do?
He just gotta go.
He's got to go.
He gotta go.
Babakov stated that having passed the test of Western sanctions, Moscow is ready to take on a new world and a new world order.
Wow. Well, but we already know that even Putin's involved with the elites. They're not rogue.
Yeah.
They're not rogue. That's what makes them the elite. You know what I mean? Like, how can it be Babylon the Great if she ain't got everybody ain't on her titty?
Right.
So the elites, they're on everything. That's why you had the Trilateral Commission, things of that nature, because money talks and power and land talks even more. So these nations are locked in too. Putin is a fixed player too. Keep going.
And together with partners undermine the hegemony of the U.S.
Because remember, who funded the Civil War? We all know? The Rothschilds. So who you think's funding the third world? Boom. So it's one big party, and you're only invited if you can be used. See?
Outlining new trends into international relations systems.
So I want to say this. I speak as a man, but I believe a part of the elite's plan is to destroy Babylon. You know what I mean? Like their plan, I never found nothing per se, but it said 3 wars. The Pike Muzzini plan stated for 3 wars. See? So his plan is to rise from the ashes from this third war, you know? And it's not. No, you good, bro.
That's why Trump said, "Let's make America great again,"
Yep.
because they really trying to get away from
Exactly.
the draft.
Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly. Because come on, if you were eating my ear, you'd want to keep this.
Yeah.
You're ahead of the race right now. You know?
Says he pointed
No
out.
pun intended.
Says he pointed out that 49 of the 55 African countries will attend the Russian African Summit.
Woo! We got to go to Ezekiel 38.
Yep.
I got you.
We got to go to Ezekiel 38. Wow.
It says they attended the Russia African Summit last week, while stressing that achieving real sovereignty for Russia and other countries would necessitate shifting away from the dominance of the U.S. currency.
Wow, and that's what they needed because Babylon got dominance from the dollar by linking in with who? Saudi Arabia,
Yep.
right?
Petrodollar.
The petrodollar, which then became the fiat currency, but that petro is what made the rest of the world. So now, what's making Russia dominant? Leaguing in with certain nations, and the rest of the world's gonna have to follow. Matter of fact, let's look it up. Malak, look up, is Saudi Arabia interested in other currencies?
That's crazy. They call it the petrodollar. That's where Esau from. Petro.
Right.
right,
It's
right.
petro, but petra.
Right.
That's a good point.
Good point.
That's a very good point. Petrodollar.
Petro.
Anything come up, brother?
I'll get this real quick while the bro looking for me.
All right. Because I just wanted to say this. I was looking it up, I think last year, and it says Saudi Arabia is open to other forms of currency outside of the West. You know?
They showed the new BRICS dollar. You seen it?
Nah.
That shit look beautiful.
Oh, see? And it's backed by gold and silver.
Yup.
But it's still pushing for digital. It's still pushing digital, so that's the beautiful part about it. Even though there's a new dollar dominance, it's still gonna be backed or produced digitally. So what's Babylon gonna have to do? They're gonna have to dominate the digital dollar.
Exactly.
They're gonna have to dominate digitally.
Yeah.
So something's gonna have to happen. More cybers, right? More things, you know, cyberware. Anything, Malak?
It says here, it says Iraq, Saudi Arabia, and the United Arab Emirates are actively exploring dollar alternatives, and central banks have sought to shift more of their currency reserves away from the dollar and into gold.
Boom! So they're open to other aspects for buying and selling their oil.
It continues. It says all the BRICS nations have been critical of the dollar's dominance for different reasons.
Check this one out, Malak. It says, after 48-year relationship solely with the U.S. dollar, Saudi Arabia's finance minister, Mohammed Al-Jadaan, said the kingdom is open to trading in currencies other than the U.S. dollar. That's it. That's it. It's over. There's no more power. Because what other power does Babylon have on other nations? Nothing.
Once it was what, the military?
Yeah, and the money.
And the money.
Yep, military money. Because that's how the military spread around. Because first the dollar got accepted, then the U.S. under Nixon will protect Saudi Arabia because they were having issues like neighbors. Yep.
In the article, monarchs would need to agree on a new monetary unit and the rules for its functioning, he explained. When he asked about the new currency, the Russian MP responded, "This is not the RMB yuan and not the ruble. There are already formulations. The name is not important, but it should be an analog of the dollar. After all, the BRICS in terms of its potential today is greater than the G7. That is, the potential of the market where this currency can function is very wide.
7 Summit.
There are no reasons to be tied to the dollar."
Woo! Oh, they shall not regard. They don't go there because, you know.
The BRICS nations have been seeking to shift further away from the USD and mutual trade.
Break it down, man.
The de-dollarization trend has been momentum in the wake of sanctions that effectively cut off from the Western-dominated financial system. So yeah, man, this de-dollarization on effect. You know? It's numerous developments including fellow BRICS members, China, India.
Oh, they got iron. They got great. So name them again. Let's talk about these nations. China, that they got a lot of things. In so much Psalms 2, they should imagine a vain thing. It's so real that you got Jake learning to speak Mandarin because they believe that they will be the next up.
Yeah, I've been hearing that for years. China gonna be the next power. China gonna be the next power.
Going
India,
they got India just cut off rice.
Yep, they're the largest rice export in the world, over 80% of it.
Oh, you know what that makes me think of? In the book of Genesis, Egypt withheld corn because of a famine. So India could be withholding this because there's something coming. So they need to hold back to serve for their country, their well-being, just like their citizens. Like in the movie World War Z, who closed up their country just before the attack came? Israel. Just before, remember, you know the movie World War Z?
Yeah.
Just before the zombies attacked, they said days before it happened, Israel closed its gates to the world, and they finished building a wall. Why? Because they knew something was coming. So why is China cutting off precious resources? Why is India cutting off precious commodities of grain? Just like in the scriptures, when Egypt withheld and they kept grain for 7 years because of great famine. And you got you people living off bread and circus. You're living off Big Macs, lab-grown meat. Your body can't handle days with going without. You know? You got Ezekiel.
Ezekiel 38 and verse 1. Ezekiel 38 and verse 1. And the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Gog.
Magog power to you want superpower. Right. You won't be a superpower over the elect, over Yahweh Shemel Shai. Yep, see the land. That's why we know this is Russia, because where this ancient land was is where Russia is today. Keep going.
And it says, and prophesy against him and say,
and let me say this, anybody has a problem that we identify modern nations today with biblical nationalities, well then you go and prove who's who. Exactly. You go tell us who's who. You know, you tell us what this person is and who that people are. Because clearly there's biblical nationalities and we have people here today. So when did that stop and when did this begin? Because even today, Iran was known as Persia. And Persia's mentioned right in this. Persia was a superpower.
Egypt.
Exactly, right.
The Bible says that there is no people.
Which Greek name, but they call themselves Egypt today. But it's what? Mizraim, Matazarium. So you have a Greek word in the Old Testament. Just like why is Idumea in the Old Testament when that's a Greek word for Edom? The water, brother.
The Idumeans.
See? Why is Easter in the Bible?
Right.
Come on.
That's why you got to go in the blue letter.
Exactly.
It's called Ashtra.
Ishtar. Keep going.
And it says, and say, the Lord God, behold, I am against thee, O God, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal.
You're going to have more of that. You're going to have more lawlessness out here.
You're going to have people unhinged out here.
You got running red lights, smacking women, children, robbing, killing, stealing. You had a woman on TikTok say, I promote you robbing from Walmart because I'm broke too. She said that my friend told me that people steal all the time and she turns her back because she understands that the average American is poor.
Woo. Damn.
40 million Americans don't know where their next meal is coming from. But keep portraying life like the Bradys. Well, right though? They still are trying to push this mythological image on us. Give it up. You struggling too. Stop fronting. You know?
And it's
say, Roddy?
No, I was about to say, it says in the last days, perilous times will come.
Yep.
And we live in the last days.
Savage life.
You know? Just last week, remember it said 24 hours of stabbings and killings?
Yep.
In Rochester and New York alone.
Niggas woke up swinging. You know? They're angry.
They didn't go to sleep.
They ain't go to sleep. They're pissed off.
Pills and everything
Yep. He said 3 in the morning I'm lurking. Hey, y'all know Rochester's a fucking death hole. Excuse my language. It's a death trap. Don't come out here past sundown. It's like Sodom.
We can't even
Yes.
be out here at certain times.
Yes.
Straight up.
We can't even be out here after a certain time.
Nope. So come and see. I ain't going nowhere. You better meet me in a neutral zone.
Real.
You better meet me somewhere neutral.
Or maybe inside fucking Wegmans somewhere.
Right. You better meet me under a candlelight with a camera. Matter of fact, I can't go. For real. That's how I'm good,
Place
man.
fucked up.
What's your favorite color? Like, we at the end. I feel safe at home,
Yeah.
you know?
And it says, verse 4, and I will turn thee back.
And that's why the Lord is going to have women cleaving to the true men of the Lord, because we're entering a time where being a rapper ain't going to be safe.
Right.
Being a demon ain't going to deliver you. Smoking blunts ain't going to protect you.
Right.
All right?
We coming into a time where money ain't gonna matter.
Right.
Where money
You know,
won't
women-
be a defense.
Women are gonna want that protection.
Aside for these rappers, when that dollar comes, when that money crashes completely, all them celebrities gonna be on that level.
Them niggas going to be below us because they lived a party life. They're going to be withdrawing,
Yes.
you know?
Exactly.
They're going to do crazy things to get that fix.
A lot of them might off themselves.
So
Oh, I'm so glad you said that. Last year, 2022 was the most recorded American suicides at 50,000. 50,000 Americans off themselves. But you want to tell me hot girl summer?
And that's crazy too, because how are people killing themselves here in Babylon if America is the greatest country on earth? You got people that go outside of Babylon and find peace.
Yeah.
You got jakes outside of Babylon and say, man, I'm happy I'm not in America anymore. You know?
Your blood pressure lowers the further you get from this place.
Man.
You know? Just take a trip and just go a little bit out, and don't look back. I was in a big body of water. I ain't look back. You know what I mean? Like there's something behind you. I ain't looking.
Yeah.
It was Babylon behind me. I was looking straight.
Right.
I'm looking at the water. I'm looking in the sky. I'm enjoying myself. Because all we are surrounded by is this.
Yeah.
You know,
Man-made.
it's a brick laid hell.
Yep.
You know, it's a concrete hell that you're in.
They call it concrete
Oh,
jungle.
That's a-
Yep.
This is from ZeroHedge.com. It says the U.S. military.
It's gay. I'm sorry. But nah, I'm
They
sorry.
said, well, yeah.
They said that though.
Yeah, they said that.
Sorry. Read that.
The U.S. military off your self-crisis.
Wow.
Nearly half of those serving in the U.S. military have contemplated suicide
On the air
since joining the forces, according to the Iraq and Afghanistan veterans of Babylon members 2022.
And you know what? Yeah, these other nations got idols. You know, you'll see other camps get on them. But you know what? Their lifestyle ain't jacked up like Babylon.
Yep.
Look at, even though they got false idols, Buddha, Krishna, but they ain't all doped out. All fucking twerked out, drunk, leaning children. I seen them. You seen that black bitch stepping on her baby? That
I
shit
see it.
pissed me off, man. And she was recording it.
Wow.
You know that was a nigga woman. She was recording it and sent to the baby's father. But if he went there and he super punched her ass, would that be a problem? But America would arrest him, and they would open a case and talk to her.
But she's
This place needs to be choked like Homer.
That's why it says Judah, his hand shall be in the neck of his head.
I feel like Judah. I choke him. I get the head. What he say?
Grab a dog.
I grab a dog. Hey, wait, much wisdom's much grief. We're grieved here. Surely oppression makes a wise man mad. I realize I'm oppressed. I feel like Denzel in Fences.
yeah.
When he walked, he's fucking knocked the thing over. Like even a woman can't fix it, man. That's why my worst days, it's like the Lord, wisdom, and the brotherhood is literally my superpower. Like I cleave to it because I'm thankful. You get thankful for the brothers around you, because the hell you're surrounded in. You know.
Right.
The Rock was a notable warrior because of the company he kept. So it looked like he was a superpower because his brotherhood was with him. So that's what keeps us up, you know, through the spirit, you know, not the nation. Where we
That
at?
was Solomon?
Yeah, about the suicide. I mean,
Well, yeah.
you know, what
This
Barar
is
said.
wisdom. The wisdom of Solomon 1 and verse 12.
I've been noticing lately, people looking at us different. Have your brothers noticed that?
Yeah.
Like they're looking at me like,
Yeah. Yeah.
you know what I mean?
The wisdom of
So it
Solomon.
means the Lord's putting people's eyes open. He's pulling them back. But what is that? And then if you notice, what proves that we're hidden, when someone comes up and they build with us, they believe and they agree, and we tell them we've been out here like 5, 6, going on 7 years, they're like, what? You've been here this whole time?
Right.
But how they ain't see us? Because the Lord ain't allowed them to see us. We've ran into people that seen us here and don't recognize us when they see us off camp,
Yep.
which is fine with me.
And vice versa.
Yep.
That's that Superman Clark Kent
Yep.
illusion.
Clark
Yeah.
Kent. Yep.
The wisdom of Solomon 1 and verse 12. It says, "Seek not death in the era of your life."
So why in 2022, nearly 50,000 of them sought death? Why? Remember that season when police was offering themselves?
Yeah, yeah.
What was that about?
Yeah.
What was that about?
Well, I guess that's it.
Right. Right. Read it again.
And it says, "Seek not death in the era of your life, and pull not upon yourselves destruction with the works of your hands."
So they were offering themselves, all types of different ways, because that shows you that Babylon ain't the golden era no more.
Exactly.
You had to be really plagued back in the day to really want to just off yourself.
Yes.
You know? So where we at, Ezekiel 38?
Yep.
So where we at? Okay, read that.
Back in the article, finishing off, Moscow floated the idea of introducing a BRICS currency last year. President Vladimir Putin said last June that member states were working on developing a new reserve currency based on a basket of the national currencies used by the 5-nation bloc.
Now, hey, Shalom, brother. Shalom, brother.
Shalom.
Y'all Bashim outside, Bashim Kakadas Brakatah. So you need money to fund war. What Tupac say? They got money for war, but not to feed the poor. So you need money. So these nations are making their own money so that they can be funded for war. That's beautiful. Beautiful. Doing good, brother?
Best I can do.
There you go. Yeah. You know.
Every day, man.
Yeah.
When y'all speak, man, I'm like, yeah, they talking to me, man.
Yeah.
They going through the same thing.
Yep.
You know, see them celebrating.
Yeah.
I don't know what for them.
Hey, we'll get it for him, Luke 21. Know that rejoice now. Well, that's okay. You know, because that's what they're supposed to do. It says in Ezekiel, should we then make mirth?
Yep.
So they're making mirth while other countries is making new money.
Right.
You got Jake still tripping over stacks and dollars, but you got countries that are doing away with the US dollar. So how Jake gonna buy oodles and noodles then?
This is the book of Luke 6 and verse 23. It says,
SNAP, EBT, welfare, you're gonna have to conform to a different regulation to keep sucking on the teat of Babylon. And that's gonna be a very bad thing. It's the banyam yum in me.
this is the book of Luke 6 and verse 25. Woe to you that are full,
Yeah.
for ye shall hunger.
Woe to them that are full. We got the Day of Atonement coming up, where we're gonna fast as a rehearsal, because Yahweh Shai is an atonement for our sins, but we're doing a rehearsal,
Yep.
right? Keep going.
And it says, woe to you that laugh now,
Right? Laughing, partying, days of Noah, you know, keep going.
for ye shall mourn and weep.
And that's what they're gonna weep in. They're gonna weep in the days of trouble that have been prophesied unto you, but you looked away, you fanned your hand because you were too busy laughing. You were too busy having a good time. You were too busy wanting to be in the flesh than to be in the spirit. But all they're showing you is the fulfillment of the prophecy of 2/3.
Yep.
2/3 of our own people are gonna succumb to the lifestyle of the flesh that Babylon has tricked them to believe in. That's what it does. It's tricked you. Thirsty Thursday, Wednesday, Woman Crush Wednesday, you know, Freaky Friday, Slutty Saturday.
Taco Tuesday.
You see, every day of the week, which is a Greek god, is also a lifestyle. Oh, Bacchus. the club, that spirit's still circulating the drain around here.
Yeah.
You know? And you know, Jake, they're all for it. Jake's all for a good party time lifestyle. Because it's just another woman to pop. You know? Is that it? Yep, back in Ezekiel.
Back in Ezekiel 38 and verse 4, and I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws.
Yeah, so this is the dominant USSR spirit that you used to have during what? The Soviet Union. Where it was so powerful that other countries had to create a Warsaw Pact to band together to stop the domination of Russia.
Yep.
In so much that Cuba allowed Russia into its continent to throw missiles on Babylon, hence the Cuban Missile Crisis. So Russia been with it. The Cold War. Russia is known for Secret Service.
KGB.
Just like the, what is it called?
KGB.
See? Just like Israel's got it, CIA's got it here. So Babylon, your CIA, hey, you got other secret operatives too.
Yeah.
That movie Salt
Yep.
with Angelina Jolie.
Double
Yep.
agents.
Yep.
You ever seen that movie with Sean Connery? Was it called Extraordinary Men or something like that?
League of Extraordinary Men.
Yeah.
That's the elites right there.
Yep. All their secret witchcraft, left hand magic. Keep going.
And it says, and I will bring thee forth and all thine army.
So I'm going to bring you forth and everybody that you've been dealing with, that you've been aiding in. Remember, Russia helped Syria not too long ago. They came in, said Mother Russia's here to help. They brought crates of AKs and vodka.
Medical supplies.
You know,
all that.
they didn't really give them vodka, but you know,
all that.
they was there for them. Because Esau's jacking them up. Keep going.
And it says, it says horses and horsemen.
So new military vehicles.
Yeah.
Funding for new military vehicles. And the Ukraine thing is what looks to be a catalyst to keep the fire in Russia's military going. Because now Joe Biden he's asking Congress if they can give $24 more billion.
Damn.
Well, take your ass to Philadelphia, you know? But Babylon's got money to give $11 million to a gender-neutral bathroom in Virginia.
Damn.
But look at Jake. Look at us.
Look at him right there.
Right. And then, but they'll deny you health care, you know?
And it says, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor.
Yep.
Against warfare.
Yep.
You know, jetpacks and shit. You know, I believe Russia, they got they have like suits where you can wear and like
Cloaking
you can walk,
device.
you can walk through fire and not get burned.
Yep.
Exoskeleton.
Yeah,
Yep.
all that stuff. It's where the soldiers can speak to themselves like through their helmets, like through their minds.
Telepathically.
Yeah.
But that's the advanced warfare. But it only makes sense because the Lord is fair. If the Lord is going to make us bulletproof, he's giving them carnal inventions to be bulletproof.
Yep.
If the Lord is going to endow us with super strength, he's giving them super soldiers. That's why China, not too long ago, was involved in super soldiers. And it said that, remember, the lion-like men of Moab.
Yes. Yep.
So Moab had lion-like men back then. So now with advanced technology, they're expressing that on this playing field.
Yep.
And it's going to have to play out like that. Keep going.
And it says, even a great company,
Yep.
all of them handling swords.
Yeah, we're going to ready to see Cambodia talking shit again.
Hell
Remember
yeah.
them? What was my man name? Lortente? You know, Borte? You know?
Philippines. all
Or
that
Philippines,
shit.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, these smaller countries are going to start joining in. It's just like a woman. When a woman sees a powerful man, she's going to get him like a pimp. How many women ain't got no problem, multiple women ain't got no problem with one man if he's providing for all. Groupie, right. Nick Cannon shows you that.
Yeah.
You got the spirit of, what's it called? Polygamy,
Polygamy. Yeah.
where women now got no problem with one man.
Yeah. Yeah.
See?
You just had a Jake marry 10 females.
Yeah.
See, that's,
And they all cool with it.
yeah.
That's how it's supposed to be.
That sus-ass nigga Drake, he made that music video where he had all them line of women that he
Yeah.
was marrying.
Yeah.
You know? So what's coming? What's coming for us? What's coming for the men of the Lord that are turning their cheek?
Man.
You know, instead of looking at cheeks all day.
Yep.
Keep going.
Ezekiel 38 and verse 5, it says, Persia.
Ah, Persia. Who's Persia today?
Iran.
Iran? Right? Iran. And soon Egypt. Well, let me say this. Persia is the 7th country that Esau plans to invade with the whole 9/11 thing. Persia is the last stop. So that's a plan right there. So they're planning on invading Iran. But once they invade Iran, it's a wrap. Because Iran is linked in with Russia.
Yep.
Now, Iran isn't legally a BRICS nation, but they're bidding to become one.
Yep.
So these nations are gearing up, man. It's like Megatron.
Yeah.
Where all the body parts are coming together to form one big entity.
Yep, exactly. A big ass conglomerate.
Yep.
And it says Persia, Ethiopia.
That's who? That's him.
Yeah,
Yep.
yep.
It
Yep.
says 55 out of the 59 African countries.
Right.
Yep.
It's ready. Yep.
Ham.
Persia, Ethiopia, and Libya.
Also him.
Yep. And you also too, let me see the map, please. You got to remember, these nations that are forming right now are all strategic. So look, here's Libya, which is North Africa.
Yep.
And then Ethiopia
Right beside it.
right beside it, right?
Like East Africa.
Yeah.
Right here.
Oh,
Right here. So look, they're controlling North and East Africa.
Yep.
So when you look on the map, that's gonna look, and here's Iran. Who's gonna be surrounded? Israel.
damn.
So they're getting surrounded. So war is all about placements.
Yep.
That's why in the second war, they were fighting all the way in South Africa. That's what World War is all about.
Yep.
Dominating areas. So America is being pushed. So now this is all they got. That's why the Normandy and World War II, the Beach of Normandy was such a major war battle, because once they got the beach front of Normandy, that was a doorway for Britain and the U.S. to come in with supplies.
Yeah.
So they want to shut off areas where you can't bring in supplies. That's how you defeat your enemy. What does it say in the scriptures? A king,
Counted the cost.
he counts the cost. So you'll know if you have enough aid or a substance to go to war. Like when you look at ancient war, 1,000 men versus 10,000, who you think's gonna win? So you gotta count your costs. So what they're doing is they're cutting off important ports. Strait of Hormuz, they're cutting certain ports off so that can limit resources. That's how they got Germany. They limited Germany's resources and pushed them back. Germany was as far as Africa, and then they pushed them back. So that's why you have nations in Africa gaining together so that they can be dominant. So if a foreign nation comes, they can fight them off to sustain that land. So Babylon, you're done.
Damn. And it says back in Ezekiel 38 and verse 6 or 5, and it says, in Libya with them, all of them with shield and helmet.
Wasn't Libya created for the free Jakes?
Liberia.
Oh, Liberia.
This means liberty.
Okay. Keep going.
Verse 6, and it says Gomer and all his bands, the house of Togarmah of the north quarters.
Togarmah, Turkey. Turkey's right here. Turkey is a part of NATO. Where's fun fact? Y'all know what Turkey is called in the scriptures? What?
It's good. It's what Turkey called in scriptures.
Yeah.
Gomer.
No. Well, okay. Let me say. In the Roman Empire, what was Turkey called?
I know it.
Tarsus.
Tarsus.
That's where Apostle Paul was born. In Tarsus, and it's called Turkey today because what was it? The Ottoman Empire. Turkey. Because before it was called Turkey, it was called Constantinople under the Byzantine Empire ruled by us. You know? Asia Minor. You know? So when you look at Turkey, you can't just look at it as a heathen nation.
Right, exactly.
You know, but Turkey's gonna join up with Russia, even though they have allied forces with NATO. Keep going.
And it says,
So it's over.
It's
It's over.
Babylon's
It's
done.
like you calling all the people that you used to fight with, and now they ain't answering. Yo, Turkey! Now Turkey ain't answering.
Oh shit.
You know?
I got you.
Right?
Yeah.
Nobody answering but Amalek. Everybody else is leave a message.
Yep.
Yo, I need help real quick. Help me run the block. There ain't nobody. You don't know the man you calling to help you is planning to whoop your ass.
it's like a setup.
It's a setup.
Setup.
Obadiah.
Yeah,
Obadiah.
that's what I was doing.
Oh, that's spirit.
Let's get it.
got it,
The
bro.
Confederate. Those that were confederate with thee.
Least of the flock shall draw their ass out.
And then you got the aliens showing themselves.
Bombs over Baghdad.
Bombs over Baghdad.
In Babylon.
And Esau still trying to be a Mormon. Damn. This shit is crazy. The Lord gave us power to see, man. You got it?
Chapter 1.
Okay.
This is Obadiah 1 and verse 1. The vision of Obadiah, thus said the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, concerning Edom.
Y'all know I think it's the oldest, what is it, the oldest comic book
Comic
character?
book, yeah.
Y'all know the oldest comic book is Obadiah Oford or something?
Yep.
Obadiah's in DC.
Yeah.
And then Obadiah Stan is in Iron Man.
Iron Man, yeah.
Where do you think they get it from?
Scripture.
Keep going.
We have heard a rumor from the Lord.
Oh, there's a rumor. There's a lot of rumors. There's a rumor that France and Germany want to leave the G7 summit and go with BRICS. There's a lot of rumors happening. Keep going.
It says, and an ambassador is sent among the heathen.
Yep.
Arise ye, and let us rise up against her in battle.
Let's rise up against the whore in battle. So nations are now talking, and you know they got to be secretive because Babylon is so sneaky that there's so many ears listening. Remember, it says they spy out our liberty.
Yeah.
You got men that want to spy out the liberty of the brothers. Well, you don't think you got people that are trying to spy out the liberty of these other nations to try to let America know who's turning on them?
Right, exactly.
Shit's tricky out
Well,
here.
they do that in boxing. We have like certain with
Ryan Garcia.
and Tank Davis.
Spy game.
Yeah, he has exactly. He has spies go in his camp, and look how he boxes. How much more when on a prophetic level, you know?
Oh, well, years ago, they stopped allowing the U.S. to count their nuclear sites. Like Russia, because there was an agreement. Like under Trump stopped that agreement of an arms race.
Yeah.
So now they don't tell each other what kind of guns they got.
He disannulled that shit.
Yep.
That was back in like 2016.
Oh, the water, brother. It's the Adventures of Obadiah Old Buck.
Oh,
That's
yep.
one of the oldest DC. So where they get the name Obadiah from? Going back to what we were talking about. The scriptures. And Shalom, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Kagadash Barakatham. To you brothers and you few sisters tuning in. Keep going.
It says, verse 2, behold, I have made thee small among the heathen.
You small in the Bible. That's what Yahweh said. Keep going.
Thou art greatly
Hey,
despised.
Jake's not ready. These Israelites, these Hollywood Israelites are not ready. See, the brothers that have been struggling, that have been going through it, facing adversity, hardness, maintaining character and faith, that's the men that is going to endure. That's what the Lord's looking for. The lappers, remember?
Right.
The ones lapping, that's what the Lord's looking for.
Exactly.
You know, not the easy, like when you work out. Like my spirit lately, when I work out, I used to just give myself a set. Now I'm maxing out every time. Fuck just going, like, if I do a pull-up, I'm not just doing 10.
Right.
As set of 10, set of 10. So now I do 4 sets, that's 40. I'm maxing out every set. That's my spirit now. Let's max out on it. Instead of bare minimum it, let's max out. Let's see how far we can go with it.
You're putting a limit on yourself.
Right.
You don't want to do that.
Right.
Do it until, like that last one, you can't get up on it. You just fall down.
Yep.
Like that, and then even you try to push up again.
Yep.
Yeah.
Giving it your all.
Yeah.
Not that subpar bullshit. And I'm a victim of that. Shit, we're in the flesh. But our mind says otherwise.
Spirit.
Our spirit says otherwise. Because your spirit's connected to your mind. See? That's why you get attacked where? In your mind. See?
Legs of the mind.
Keep going.
It says, behold, I have made thee small among the heathen. Thou art greatly despised.
Are they not despised?
I'm
Yes.
seeing right now.
Yes.
They're despised.
I'm
You
seeing
got,
that shit now.
yep. And what made them despised? Baphomet. That's a huge thing now. Y'all know the Baphomet, it's androgynous.
Yeah.
Or it's what? Man and woman.
Yep.
So he's merging man in the woman and woman in the machine. See how he's merging the two? You know, I feel like Usher. But that's what he's doing, right?
Yeah.
Yo, watch this.
Watch this. But that's what he's doing. That's why the woman, she damn near lost her mind. She put her palm and she, oh my God, I just paid this purchase.
She had she felt the sense of power.
Yes.
Those
To a
miracles.
degree, because going back to the miracles,
Yep.
if you take that rice device, you will have a sense of power.
Shit, I know when I walk to a grocery store and it's the automatic doors, I'm always like, open for me, right? Open for me.
Well, it makes sense because John, he marveled at the technology.
Yep.
He said he wondered at her.
At the woman,
You know.
yeah, because she's alluring. She's alluring. But now we're starting to see the holes in her stockings. You know what I mean? It's like it's the same dress.
She stinks. She don't dish.
It's that Bath and Body Works
Yep.
deodorant, like the artificial strawberries. Like this was last week. We don't want that no more.
Like you straight out the toilet.
It's the cleavage,
Yeah.
but when you let go, they sag.
Beaver
Like,
tails.
nah,
Yep.
I don't want that no more.
All that.
You know, she's friends with the Bati boy. Like,
Yeah.
I don't want that.
That's a turn on.
true.
Big turn on.
I was like,
You
oh.
know, big turn on.
Smoke.
Yeah, she smokes. She's got other men in her phone. Like, damn, you said I'm the one. She got other men that say they the only one. We over it now. We standing up as men. We're stoics. You know. Keep going, Obadiah.
Verse 3, the pride of thine heart had deceived thee.
See, that pride. The pride is what got them in this undefeatable mindset, you know, where I don't gotta really worry too much because this won't happen to me. But Jeremiah 50:29 says, I am against thee, O thou most proud.
Yep.
Edom is the proudest one right now. Other nations are banding together for survival. Russia ain't acting proud. China ain't acting proud. They're banding together for survival. This place has got a t-shirt that says, don't make us 3P. That's pride.
That's pride.
And that's offensive. You know what they did to the world with those woes?
Bro, they barely won those wars.
And they
Let's be
barely,
real.
yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
They
But
killed
the average
children.
American don't know that. I'm sorry.
No, I'm sorry. You got it. I'm sorry.
Well, the place we were gonna go camp at, the original spot, that park is a veteran memorial park. And it's a veteran for an Edomite that fought in the Vietnam War, which their ass lost. So what the hell you coming back making parks for?
Or you got Vietnam veterans and other veterans saying, I'll never fight for this country.
Again.
Because they're being treated like shit.
But then you got other veterans that dropped the bomb in Hiroshima who pulling off the oxygen mask saying, I'll drop it again.
Yep.
You've seen him, we've seen a documentary.
Yeah.
The same Edomite that dropped the bomb in Hiroshima, he said, I'll do it again.
Yeah.
Pretty much saying, fuck those animals.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yup.
Like Clint Eastwood in what was that movie? Get off my lawn.
Gran Torino.
Gran Torino. Sunset bread.
Fucking spade.
Yeah. That's East. But you can whoop his ass though. That's pride. Pride is a form of stupidity.
Delusions.
It's a delusional stupidity.
Delusions of grandeur.
Yeah, he's got delusions.
Like that fight in Montgomery, Alabama. Them Edomites should have known. No, they thought they had one.
Yup.
They thought he was by himself.
Yup.
They're like, oh, we can jump him. He's by
Until
himself.
Aquaman
That
came.
man sweat.
Swim for you.
I heard those Edomites that got convicted, it was cops.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, see, it just the plot thickens.
Yeah.
It was cops.
The plot thickens. Even the women was getting hit,
Yeah.
but even the women was fighting
Well, they
too.
was jumping in it too.
You know, there's something about a chair in Israel.
Right.
You saw that IHBK?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, throne. Yeah, it's that dominance. There's something dominant. They're playing musical chairs.
Hey, yo, that's the spirit though, cause then IUIC IHBK fought over
Yeah,
there.
or the chair. There's something about that chair. You ever see people playing musical chairs?
Yeah.
Jake's itching. Jake's itching to sit in that seat.
I never knew the power.
You know?
I seen a Jake put a damn scope on the chair, something crazy.
I seen a Jake hold a chair looking out the window like Malcolm X.
You
Then the one Jake put a do-rag on the chair.
heard the Luther Vandross song? That's his fucking chair. Oh man.
But we're in exciting times.
Yep.
You know, it's good to see the flame keep rolling. That's what it's about. Like in the midst of our turmoil, it's beautiful to see things happening.
Yeah.
You know, because it's like it's one thing to go through hell and just be in Babylon. It's another to go through hell while other people are in hell too. You know what I mean? Because in that event, which it was small, it swept the nation.
Yeah. Keep on good old racism alive.
Right in a good place too.
Slave port.
Alabama.
You know what? A lot of Israelite foreigners, and white people, they came up to speak out.
Yep.
And then that's how you know they were jinx.
Yep.
That's with the shit.
But who am I to call someone common or unclean, like Apostle Peter said? So I was like, they told me I wasn't saying nothing. They said, "You see that Montgomery thing?" You know? I said, "What about it?" And they're like, "Let me see the." They saw the video and they said, "Do you know where the video is where the chair was being swung?" I was like, "Let me show you."
That shit connected too.
Oh my God. He was like, and then the Jake, he said, "Man, ever since that, I feel like, I feel, man,
got superpowers.
I feel like, you know, yeah." But hey, but see, that's also going to be a testimony for us by not being carnal.
Yep.
You know?
That shows you the power of visuals, images. Because Jake needed to see our people come together.
Well, not too long after that, another video of a Jake was beating an Edomite with a chair. Did y'all see that?
Yeah,
He was doing the moonwalk.
Yeah.
He was doing the moonwalk.
He's like, stop!
You know, we're just in those times, brothers. We're in those times, you know?
Spiritual.
We just gotta remain spiritual.
Oh, that's what he said. The dude, he said, man, he asked him, why did you hit that one with the chair? He said, man, I thought about Rosa Tubman and how they didn't want to give her a seat.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they did an interview with him.
Oh, wow.
I think Ricky,
I like that.
Ricky Smiley did it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Full circle.
Yep.
Back over.
Yeah.
Back in Obadiah 1 and 3, the pride of thine heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the cleft of the rock,
Yep.
whose habitation is high,
Yep.
that said in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground?
And right, the space stations, which you see the buildings even here, because it's going to go into the space, but that's how Esau's habitation's high. Satellite, Eagle Eye, the drone, spying out, Big Brother, you know, those things like that show you why his habitation's high, because he's now godlike.
Yeah.
He can now make a woman. He can, like AI, he can make two. Y'all see there's a new Tupac and DMX song because AI did it. So AI is making everything. You know? AI is making things so you feel godlike.
This is Zephaniah 3
Yeah, real quick.
and verse 8.
So while Jake is getting ready for a Royal Rumble, you know, we're over here waiting on our husband.
Right.
We're waiting on the Lord to fight for us. Because remember, it says, I will defend Jerusalem.
Right.
So we're waiting for the Lord to defend and deliver. We need some black church choir singers right now. Defend, deliver. Like that's what we're waiting on. We're waiting on the Lord to defend and deliver. You know how Jake be in the,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
But you can feel it. You can feel we're in that time. We're at the end.
Yep.
We're at the end, man.
The last days.
Yep.
The last days.
So let's read what we're gonna do.
Zephaniah 3 and 8. Therefore wait ye upon me, said the Lord.
So what we waiting on? We waiting on Tito to pull up like Doughboy and shoot out.
Oh man.
We're waiting to get a blue bandana. You know, no, we're not marching in the street with you. We out here protesting. We protest Babylon every day.
Yep.
Sometimes I gotta tell myself to chill, because the most I'm gonna tell you is some bullshit from Babylon. Because everything around us, but we learn to be content, but we're not satisfied with Babylon. You know?
Good water, bro. And it says, excuse me, until the day that I raise up to the prey.
Wait a minute. But it said a righteous man is a prey. So now the Lord is referring to these heathens as prey.
Right.
So why would we want to be a hunter when there's no prey yet? Right? Esau's not a prey yet to the Lord's elect. Esau's not a prey yet to Yahweh Shai, to Ma'aka'Allah, to the angels. He's the hunter still.
Right.
We're the prey.
Right.
We gotta wait till it's hunting season. Won't you get a fine if you go hunting outside of its season?
Yeah, you get fine.
We gotta wait till they're prey.
We got to play our role.
It's out of season.
We're fishermen now.
Yep.
We're fishing the elect.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
It says, Zephaniah 3 and 8. It says, until the day that I rise up to the prey, For my determination is to gather the nations.
Yep.
Joel 3.
Yep.
The Valley of Jehoshaphat.
Yep.
Armageddon.
And we were naming them in Ezekiel.
Yep.
And we're talking about them. We're seeing them. The one African president, he said, we'll never turn on Putin. They were doing the dance and shit. And he said the first people we gonna get is white people.
Man,
they got crosses lined up miles long of crosses for dead Edomites.
I seen that.
In South Africa.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
You know? A couple years ago, this white woman said she was gonna go to Africa for humanitarian work. I said, you ain't coming back. And then what happened was it got canceled. I said, the Lord spared your ass. I didn't say it verbatim, but I'm like, yeah, the Lord spared your ass, man. Because if you're going to go out there, it's a wrap.
In South Africa, those white people, the Edomites,
you're going to see flip-flops and soccer jerseys everywhere.
Yes.
This is going to be a ball, you know?
Crossing up to their neck.
Yep.
This nigga got beat out his cross.
Yep. All mud patties and shit flying.
Yes.
Cocoa butter. Tribal dances galore.
We're going to feed them to Crocs too.
Yep.
They fed us to Crocs.
Yep.
Because they're actually running the Edomites because out of there now because of stolen land.
Certain Edomites.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, the farmer.
Yep. And that's why Russia is doing it right. They're not doing it like Britain. They're not doing it like Babylon. They're doing it the right way. They're allowing Africa to be nationalized as their own, building them up so we can be allied together, which makes effing sense. If I'm going to war, why would I want to weaken my guy on my left when we got to fight someone that might be 2 times stronger to the right? So let's get equal. Let's all get equal together.
It's like the Spartans, you know, every brother got that
the shield.
or the spear.
Exactly. So dumbass Babylon being so proud. We'll call you black people when we need you.
Exactly.
You got any more of that Ethiopian spice we like?
Yep.
You know?
Babylon.
Let me get some black rice.
Right. Babylon's burned too many bridges amongst these nations.
Exactly.
But soon Babylon is the one that's about to get burnt.
We're in the future now. How powerful can clean leopards be? And we're in the future now.
Right.
Like, that ain't it, bruh. That ain't it. It ain't it no more. Yeah, call off. That's why it makes sense. Other Edomites are trying to step up in power because they see the Babylonian Edomites ain't doing it right. Your ass needs to go on the bench, dude.
Exactly. And it's back in Zephaniah 3:8, and it says, that I may assemble the kingdoms to pour upon them my indignation, even all my fierce anger, for all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy. So that proves that this is the Most High's movie. The Most High controls the minds of these kings, the minds of these soldiers. You know, so all we gotta do is wait upon the Lord, have faith in the Lord, because the Lord He's doing the do. It's not we can't, assemble nations and assemble Jake. No.
He said, I mustered the host of the battle.
Yeah, exactly.
So the Lord is gathering them up.
Yeah.
Let's back in Obadiah. And then back in Obadiah.
This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5. Wisdom of Solomon 5 and verse 1. Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him and made no account of his labors.
Yep. Okay. You know vocab, right? He treats One West like it was a facade, like, you know what I mean? It was just he don't look at that as a labor of love to the level we're at now.
Like a superstition,
they call it a superstition.
Like Acts.
Like, oh, that's a black people thing.
Yep.
Like hot sauce. Right? That's how they look at it. But that's how they did us back then. Agrippa told Felix, or no, who was it? It was Felix that told Agrippa about an issue that the Jews were having with Paul, and they referred to our belief as a superstition.
Yep.
As that's a knock on wood thing.
Yeah.
Hebrew Israelism.
Yep.
BHI thing. Back in Obadiah?
Back in Obadiah chapter 1 and verse 4. Obadiah 1 and 4. Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence would I bring thee down, said Yahweh Shem Yahushua.
When did Esau claim he landed on the moon?
1969.
Boom. When did Elijah come back?
1961.
Well, when, 1969.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, when did I should have worded it better? When was the prophecy of Elijah coming back fulfilled? 1969.
Yep.
With the One West, when Abba Bivens. So a lot of things happened in 1969.
Yeah.
The internet was first used in 1969. You know, a lot of things came out in 1969.
Yeah.
So that's when the Lord said, that's when I should bring you down.
Yep.
At the same time when the prophets came,
Yep.
the prophesied the downfall.
Yep. Yep. So One West was very important. That's why they denounce it. Oh, those are those fighter jets. There they go.
I've been laughing just looking at them. I'm like, the Lord about to bring all of them down, man.
Those are the angels.
Yeah.
Those are the angels. Yep.
Blue angels, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Yeah.
Blue angels. Which angel just means messenger. And now Esau's angels, i.e. his fighter pilots, are whistleblowing about what they're seeing up there. That's going on now. See?
Say to his angels.
Yep. And have y'all brothers ever heard of the invasion of Washington, D.C. in 1952?
Yeah.
For like, it was like a week from like July 19th to July 25th. You had UFOs hovering over the Capitol.
Oh, yeah.
And they couldn't do nothing about it. And they appeared at, I think, 11:04 or 11:44. So it was all spiritual. So we're in the days where they're going to show themselves more, you know?
Well, yesterday I was in the car, I seen a chariot. I thought it was a plane at first, but I seen a big ass white, you know, like vibrant white light, and like it expanded and it got smaller and it disappeared.
Oh, God.
I was in the midst of doing a lesson. I mean, I had to turn the camera off and like take that in real quick. Then I,
They
yeah,
around,
man, yeah,
We can't see them,
yeah,
you know?
All the time.
All the time.
But sometimes the Lord does allow us.
Yep.
yeah,
I
man.
remember I seen two by my house one time. I went out to get some fresh air. I
Yep.
look up. Like, oh,
I
shit.
remember
Well, that was the spirit.
Yep.
We told you to go get some fresh air.
Exactly.
I remember, I'm gonna give y'all a heavy one. We was walking down a canal, and then as we were walking, it was nighttime. Me, Kratazan, another brother,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
and we were walking, and then it was a splash.
Yeah.
So we heard like somebody threw a rock in the water.
Yeah.
So it made us look like, what was that? And then we looked up, and it said, phew.
Yup.
So it made us look this way to look up, and it said, phew. It was heavy.
What a faith booster, man.
Yeah. Day of Atonement.
Exactly. Yeah.
We got in trouble because we was, ah! You know what I mean? It was Day of Atonement. We was hype. This was years ago. But they're going to show themselves. We're in these times. So Esau, he surrounded aerial and terrain, you know? Back in Obadiah.
Back in Obadiah 1:5, if thieves came to thee, if robbers by night, how art thou cut off? Would they not have stolen till they had enough?
Yep, because Esau takes more than heart could wish.
Yeah.
Like if there was like grapes, we would take what we need, but he'll take it all.
Oh,
And then he'll excavate the
Yep.
tree, and then he'll make you buy tickets
Yep.
to get into the tree.
Then he'll only plant a mill tree so he don't do anything else.
But you got to go through him.
I seen an old Western movie when they killed the man and they was robbing the dude, and then one of the dudes, like one of the Edomites, cut out, like took a wrench and took out his gold tooth.
Yep. Damn.
Yup, he's like, let me get this tooth, Kyle.
And his body he was dead already.
he was dead
So you robbed a dead body. That dude is sick.
You're unclean.
But that's why the scriptures refer to him as a shirt off of a dead man's torn body.
Wow. Yep.
That's what Esau is.
Yeah.
He's unclean, you know? And they know it too. We're in a time where when we talk about Esau, Esau's like, damn, that sounds like me. So we don't gotta say who's Esau. He knows he's Esau.
The shoe fits.
He knows he's
So
Esau.
Hebrews 4:12, they could feel that shit.
Yep,
That
Yep.
shit right
yep.
Verse 5, it says, if thieves came to thee, if robbers by night, how art thou cut off? Would they not have stolen till they had enough?
Yep.
If the grape gatherers come to thee, would they not leave some grapes?
Yeah, but this is prophecy because one would think, look, it says special ops, the truck. One would think that having Babylon and our land would be enough for him. Why do you need world domination? It's prophecy.
Why do you need control of everyone on the planet?
Yep,
You know?
yep,
He really wants to control you.
yep. Like your mind. He wants to control where you go. your sexual preference, your food, your lifespan. That's why I'm telling you, they did that thing where they're linking AI with human brain cells. So that basically they want to make a computer be able to operate as a human brain, where it's learning and it won't forget what else it's learned. This is the results of them not having the Holy Spirit.
But now the new thing is that people are talking to NPCs in the game through AI, asking questions and shit.
Well, they got an AI Jesus, where you can ask Jesus at anything 24 hours a day.
Yeah.
That's necromancy.
Yeah.
That's idol. Someone asked, they said, Jesus, what happens when you die? This nigga, white dude in the sky floating.
Yeah.
Well, you know, that's an NPC.
Yeah.
That's a straight NPC.
It's a demon.
It's a demon. It's a demon. Because now, remember the Bible says that it's dumb idols. Now the idols can speak. And they listen, Alexa, yes, me Lord. You know, now this shit speaks.
Hey Siri.
Is that a drill?
Yep.
Might be a training exercise.
Yep.
They was out yesterday. Yeah, that shit loud as a bitch.
the air
Three
show.
of them
Good.
going together.
Good.
Them shits like went from here. I said, oh shit.
Hey, war's gonna be loud, man.
Yeah.
That's why the apostles say you're not gonna need to ask if it's Jacob's trouble. The sound outside will let you know.
Confused noise. As it says.
Yeah, exactly.
Back in Obadiah 1 and verse 6.
You're gonna say, I see why every house is shut up and no man may come
Right.
in. Matter of fact, use 2 more nails. You know?
says, how are the things of Esau searched out?
To the Lord, 2 Thessalonians, by the mouth.
Yep.
It says that by the mouth
It shall be
he
consumed.
should be consumed. Keep going.
How are his hidden things sought up?
The Holy Spirit. Keep going.
Verse 7. All the men of thy confederacy
Uh-oh.
have brought thee even to the border.
Keep going.
The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee.
Dang, boom. So these nations are going to deceive Esau to basically playing both sides. Like, there's a show that I watch every now and again. It's called Survivor. Y'all heard of it, right?
Yeah.
The Americans go on an island and they got to survive through tactics of treachery. All right? It ain't just who's the best athlete. It's who's the best deceiver, liar, you know, bewitcher. So in this show, you'll have someone who's like a swing vote, like a swing state. Basically, they're playing both sides to see before the tribal council who's going to be the best alliance to go with, and they'll turn their back on another nation. Like, I give you one, it was a Moabite that was in league with an Edomite, and the Edomite thought that they were in league together. Then when tribal council happened, the Edomite said, I can't go with you, and sent his ass home. So Moab sent an Edomite home on the show. But my point is, that's how these nations are going to treat Esau, like, yeah, we friends. And then when it comes time for it, they're going to turn on him. Right at that last minute. You know?
Like Satan.
Yep. You can't even see it, but that shit's,
It's right there.
it sounds like it's right there.
Yeah.
This shit probably like miles down.
Hey, Daniel, Rev 12 is going to be fire. You know, in another translation, the war in heaven is called sky battle. It's called a sky battle.
Yeah.
And then in the GNT, in Isaiah 60, it refers to the chariots as ships in the sky.
Oh, wow.
You know?
Bible
That
says
thing in Terminator called Skynet.
Skynet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even the Nahum 2 kind of describes the dogfight. Nahum 2.
Yep.
Says, all the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to thy border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee.
Yeah, come here. Let's go to this border and talk. You know what I mean, though? Like, we'll go to war with you. We'll go to this land with you. Keep going.
And prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread have laid a wound unto thee. There is none understanding in him.
That's beautiful. So they're not gonna wanna eat with Esau anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, don't it say while he is eating, he shall be in straits? So it's gonna get real rocky out here for the dominance of Esau. Let's go back to Ezekiel and we're gonna end it.
Ezekiel 38 and verse 7. Woo!
gotta turn Megan Thee Stallion down. You heard that? Stay in your lane.
So like this is the chariots.
Yeah. Read that.
Ezekiel 38 and verse 7. Ezekiel 38 and 7. Be thou prepared and prepare for thyself.
So in one instant, one prophet saw Babylon being deceived. In another instant, another prophet saw Russia being built up. So what's that tell you? Keep going.
And it says, thou and all thy company that are assembled unto thee, and be thou a guard unto them.
Yep, be a big brother. Be in that Reubenite spirit. Be the big bro under that.
Just like you said earlier, you know, what's that? Russia, they can't aid Iran.
Yeah, which is heavy. Babylon is called as a big brother. Oh, there you go.
That's breaking the sound barrier. It's breaking the sound barrier. Shit.
I could see an angel grabbing it and just throwing it.
Wow.
And
Like Hulk.
Yeah.
I might go watch that.
And right there, you know, that's pretty powerful.
Yeah.
But you just had the people in that council, they said that whatever technology they had was far more superior than ours.
Yep.
So that's
Yep.
powerful.
That's nothing.
That's a Monday.
Yep.
Chariots
Come on,
don't
man.
even make noise.
That's a come on, Monday in the job.
Another day at the office,
Yeah,
right?
nothing.
He can do that right there, stop right there.
Yep.
And go up, go down,
Expand.
go back. Yeah.
Well, last night in the video, it was somewhere in Russia. Well, it was a video of a guy breaking down what happened because he was there. He said a chariot broke down to like 20 parts. And it was fucking with them for like hours.
Wow.
That chariot broke down to 20 other chariots, man.
Y'all seen that new Transformer?
I ain't see it yet. I
Beast?
That's
watch
what
that.
he's like the Bumblebee of the new movie, but he can do that. He can break into like different vehicles, so you won't know which one you chasing. And the cop was chasing him, and he chased the wrong one and crashed. Came back together. What's his name? Mirage. His name
cool.
Mirage.
Yeah.
That shit nasty. Yeah.
That reminds me of the Willy Wonka chariot. Because remember, it could go, he said it could go
yeah.
anywhere, Charlie.
Yup.
Up, left, down,
Yup.
right? So that was a chariot. Remember, he was flying over the city that was given him. That was a kingdom,
That's right.
you know? We represent Charlie. Because in the movie, the writings of Charlie Bucket, he was supposed to be a Jake.
Yeah.
He was supposed to be a black kid.
Yep.
Cheer up, Charlie. It's a good song.
That's why he was born.
Grandpa Joe. Grandpa Jamal.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Ezekiel 38 and verse 7, it says, and all that company that are assembled unto thee.
And these nations gonna start feeling what Ishmael be feeling like. Oh shit, what is that flying? All them drone strikes.
Yeah.
See over here, you can live comfortably for
Lavishly.
right now.
Yep.
You can have the preference of I don't want chicken tonight. You know what I mean?
Well,
But
you can go to Burger King or McDonald's.
right,
You know,
Popeye.
Walmart.
For now. But these other you about to be how these other nations been feeling.
Yeah.
And good. It's about time. That's why the Lord put in the spirit of how long, Lord? Right?
Yeah, this shit
He
must.
got us wanting this to happen. Keep going.
And it says, I thought it was a Jake right there. It said, don't do the big off the bathroom.
I just saw him the other day.
He did it?
Yup.
Oh, wow.
That's funny. So I was gonna tell you about him. Keep going.
And it says, and be thou a guard unto them.
Yep.
And after many days,
So Russia is going to enact a diplomatic democracy to the nations, and they're gonna free them from Babylon. So it's funny. I don't know if I already said it, but I'm gonna say it. Yeah, I didn't say it. Babylon used to be called Big Brother. Now Russia's really Big Brother. Now Russia's Big Brother.
it's our turn.
Yeah.
And it
going.
says, after many days, thou shalt be visited, in the latter years thou shalt come into the land that is brought back from the sword.
Oh yeah, you're being visited. You have an alien invasion. You're being visited.
Yeah.
People, you're being visited. The Lord is visitizing you, if that's a word. What was that Redskins Cowboys game?
Yeah.
Y'all saw the angel?
Yes.
Looking around, saw half naked women, men in tights, smacking ass, throwing pig skin around. That's like, what the hell?
What happened?
What is going on down here? Right?
What went wrong?
Imagine being from Jerusalem and you've seen today. You'd be like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
You know? Keep going.
It says, and is gathered out of many people against the mountains of Israel, which are been always waste. But it is brought forth out of the nations, and they shall dwell safely, all of them.
Keep going.
Thou shalt ascend and come like a storm.
Thou shalt ascend and come like a storm. Desert storm. Esau coming like a flood.
Yep.
So, hey, while Esau's trenching round about us, the world is trenching round about him.
That's right.
Just get a couple more, we're going to wrap up. The sun beating on us.
And it says, thou shalt be like a cloud to cover the land, thou and all thy bands and many people with thee. Thus said the Lord God, it shall also come to pass that at that same time shall things come into thy mind.
Things going to come into, the elite going to put this in his mind.
Yep.
You always in America, always in Babylon, who was a presidential advisor was Amalek. Amalek was always a presidential advisor. Take the gold.
Yeah.
Go to Kuwait. Right? Always advising them to do something. So there's going to be a controlled opposition in the ear of Russia to have them come against who? Babylon.
Exactly.
Invade Babylon. Red Dawn. You know?
Yep. And it says, and thou shalt think an evil thought.
Yeah, that's going to be it. No one, because it's an evil thought because no one's thought that before. Let's invade Babylon. No one thought that.
Let me keep going. Verse 11, and thou shalt say, I will go up to the land of unwalled villages.
America.
I will go to them that are at rest.
Yep, America. Babylon is at rest.
Yep.
Let's have a Jamaican parade. Right? Let's have a birthday.
Yep.
Let's get married. Huh? Yeah, the air show.
Yep.
Let's go to Balloon Fest. Let's have a jazz fest.
Yep.
You know? Let's just eat. Right? That's all this shit is.
Radio circus.
Man, listen, you brothers ain't got a woman, you ain't missing out, bro. All you get a woman, all she want to do is eat and spend money. I gotta here, a couple of my dollars, trying to make $2 out of 3. You know what I mean? Like, it's always something. Like, I'm trying to get right over here.
Yeah.
You want to go to the state fair, shit. You know, it's all this extra shit that we don't need right now.
That's why I said I don't want a relationship.
You don't need one.
Yeah, because I said they want to do something.
Ain't nothing wrong with having it,
Yeah.
but then there's extra shit that you got to do that I don't feel like doing. You know? I don't feel like doing that today.
Yeah.
Let's go when nobody else goes. Grocery shop, let's do it at night.
Right. Let's go on a Sunday at night. Let's go do that.
You know?
And it says, I will go to them that are at rest,
Babylon.
that dwell safely.
I will go to them that are at rest.
Yep.
Joel 2 says it was the Garden of Eden before them and a desolate wilderness behind them.
Right, exactly.
That proves that they saw the same thing. This place is a rest for Esau because it's a Garden of Eden right now.
Yep.
We saw that Edomite family. They're getting their little daughter, the little milk white, ready. They're moving her in. You know, it's honey.
A little first apartment.
A little first apartment.
Jake gonna get it.
Yep. Jake gonna get her ass.
Yep, Jake already got it.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
She was looking over. She gave a plastic smile. You ever see the movie Soul Man?
Yeah.
When he took the pills to look black, and then when he went to the Edomite house, the father kept looking at him like an African pimp. Right? That shit was funny as hell, bro.
Oh my God.
That's Esau's worst nightmare. Big black guys. You know? But now they got big black guys coming from ships. So now what's going on? Esau's done. All his greatest fears are coming to reality.
Yes. Just like a scarecrow and Batman.
Yep.
You know?
Keep going.
And it says, all of them dwelling without walls and having neither bars nor gates.
They don't have bars or gates. They got bullshit, crooked eye, overshaped state troopers from state to state harassing Jake. So wait till some trained soldiers come up in here and knock a nigga's head off. Mm-hmm. These fat ass cops, these bullshit ass brunette border patrol bitches. Excuse my language, but you know what I mean. Like they're real tough with an oppressed nation. Wait till you deal with another country that's established with their own military, their own government, and their own rules and regulations. Didn't you come over here with just a charter from your king? So wait till they come with the orders from their president. And let's see who goes down then. You know? These state troopers ain't ready. You saw Brightburn. Nigga said, don't worry, ma'am, the police are here to clap. He couldn't even finish his lie. Ran through his ass and the woman.
Squashed his ass like a bug.
Yup. He was black too.
That was it right there.
Then he ran through that woman cop. You know, her ass was the proudest. You got women right now with guns and tasers checking niggas. But wait till the angels come and check you. You know? You got something, Ryan? You brothers got any closing precepts? You good? All right, so Lord's will, you brothers and you few sincere sisters were edified through the Spirit as we were. And we want to say, Call Allah, Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahushai, Ba'Shem, Kakodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone that do well. Peace and salutations to the Lord's elect. With that being said, Shalom.